Alright, here we go. Welcome to the alpha demo of A Date in Time, the Hat in Time dating sim. Oh my god, I'm so hype about this. I was lucky enough to get to work on this game, still am. Uh, as a artist, I'm the sprite artist for DJ Grooves, and a programmer. I do a lot of the programming, because I wanted to learn Python script and RenPy coding, and I did. And then I had an actual means to use it. So I'm one of the main programmers, and I'm also just like a writer editor. I haven't done like a whole lot of like writing yet because everything's mostly outlined already. Actually, this game is actually a lot farther along than I thought it was when I joined the team, which is good. Means we'll finish it sooner. But yeah, I've mostly just been doing editing. Like the more writers will send me like their rough drafts, and I'll just like clean them up and fix for grammar and all that jazz, which has been really fun. I think I'm really good at that. But yeah. Oh man, this game is just so amazing so far, even though it's just it's hard. I want to say we don't have much done yet, but the thing is we kind of do. It's right now like what you're going to see here is all that's playable, but there's a lot of stuff, components, assets, things like that are farther along than I thought they would be. So, but yeah, it's just amazing so far. It's going to be so fantastic when it's done. I'm so proud of the team. Everyone's done an amazing job. It's going to be even more incredible when it's finished. And yeah, I am just I just really wanted to share it just because I've had such a wonderful time working on it, and I think we made something really cool here. So, here we go. This is a fan project made by fans of A Hat in Time. It isn't for sale, it's entirely free. Please support Gears for Breakfast by buying the original game. It's really good. This is a really old disclaimer page. We think it's kind of lame now. So we will redo it at some point. We wanted to redo it for the alpha, but didn't have time. So yeah, we'll make a less lame disclaimer page at some point. And to continue. Enter your name. For all of my testing, I have been Starlight rather than Nova, just because, I don't know, I feel like Nova's a little generic, so I go with my persona last name, which is Starlight, with a Y, because I'm 80s like that. They, them. Yes, so you can do this, you can enter your hair and your eye color, but it's not relevant in this build. It will come up in later down the line when there's more game. But in this build, you enter this, but it never matters. But I do it anyway. Purple tentacle, because my persona has like purple spacey tentacle hair, kind of like an Inkling, but spacey. Blue, hot pink, and purple. Because 3 eyes. And they're all different colors. Antonio, why do y'all want to y'all so much, y'all nasty? I may bleep out, I may have to bleep that out. Want to keep this mostly family. This is a family-friendly game. Based on a family-friendly game. Want to keep it mostly family. So, but, by the owl, I assume you're referring to the conductor. He's not now. We don't know what kind of bird he is. I think he's like some kind of weird canary thing, but it's never been confirmed what kind of bird he is. Anyway, let's finally start the game. It's been 2 days since you finally got fed up and decided to leave your home planet behind. All it took was a trip to the used spaceship dealer and a few hours in line at the Department of DIV, Department of Interplanetary Vehicles. It should be at the bottom of the stream. Sherman, I made a little thingy. It should be at the bottom of the stream right now. It says download. at dateandtime.itch.io/@dateandtime, hyphens between each of the words. And then we have the blog, which is at dateandtime.tumblr.com. So, yeah, that's right there. It should be in the stream. If it's not, let me know. You're finally free. You can go anywhere you want. Nobody, nothing to hold you back. A new future all laid out and waiting for you. As you sail through the endless starry skies, passing planets of all shapes and sizes and colors, you spot something ahead. It's another spaceship. As is universal spaceship code, you slow down to a crawl and send them a greeting signal on your radio as you pass by. Some may call it a honk. You get a signal back in the form of peppy, upbeat chiptune music. As you slowly pass, you sigh and look back up at your window. You wonder what they're up to over there. Space is beautiful but lonely. It's just you, your ship, and the little girl standing in the corner of your sight. Little girl? How did she get on your ship? You didn't hear the teleporter activate either. Shroom, can you not see the little thing on the bottom of the screen of the stream? Like, it's coming up in my preview here on Streamlabs. Like, we should have the game, and then at the very, very bottom, there should be a little, like, banner thingy that says download with the itch.io link and the date and the blog. That's showing up in my Streamlabs preview. That's where you should be able to get the game. I've literally just downloaded it from itch.io because I want to make sure I had the actual latest build. His Dudeness Lebowski, thank you so much for posting that link. Yes. Anyway, how did you get on your ship? You didn't hear the teleporter activate. Hi! Hi! Hello? How did you get on my ship? I kind of go with the slightly nervous answer because I feel like that's how I'd react to I'm just soaring through space and suddenly this adorable child in a hat appears and just is like, hi! And I'm just like, hello? Zipper collar herself. Yep. The child gigs at you. You are rather concerned. Also, let me check if is the chat showing up? The chat is not showing up. Welp. That should be fixed now. Neither is my alert box. Let's make sure that's a thing too. Whoops. Anyway, okay, that's fixed now. Hopefully. The child view goes at you. You are rather concerned. Another traveler, huh? You nod slowly. Are you about to get robbed? Well, I'm having a birthday party today. Everybody's invited. You sit there, mouth slightly agape. The girl just broke in to invite you to her birthday party. Okay, sure. You may as well, especially when she grabs your wrist and starts dragging you to your ship's teleporter. You're feeling lonely anyway. What could possibly go wrong? You find yourself on another ship. It's certainly different. It's much, much roomier than yours, and you don't recognize the shape. Was it custom made? You start to wonder if this kid comes from a wealthy family when the sound of your new companion calling for everyone's attention snaps you out of your thought. Everybody listen, I brought a new friend! It's then you notice that out of all the people in the room, none of them look like they belong in the same place. A kid with a mustache, a chef in a red coat, a yellow bird in a suit, a cat in an apron. There's so many of them, and they just get more ridiculous. Yep, we at least got the Empress on the character profiles, but that's like literally all that we've done for her yet, considering her DLC doesn't come out till tomorrow. Yeah. Oh man, who did that? Who did that art? You know what, I'm gonna check, because they deserve proper credit. That would be Ina. Yeah. Ina's art is amazing, yeah. She did that beautiful, beautiful drawing of the Empress on her profile, which you can see on the blog at dateandtime.tumblr.com. Go check it out. I really like the profiles. They turned out really nice. And, yeah. We don't have much for the Empress yet, but we at least got that out, because she is going to be an option eventually. Not in this build, of course, but, you know, later in the future. You see a penguin with an afro and platform shoes, a walrus in a ship captain's hat, a purple ghost of some sort, and another little girl with a bow in her hair and a kitten in her arms. Most of them look at you skeptically. You respond with an awkward wave, and the other little girl smiles wide and waves back. Introduce yourself to everyone, don't be shy. The kid pushes you forward as you realize you don't have a say in the matter. Hey, I'm Starlight. Nice to meet you all. The majority either nod hesitantly or mutter in agreement before dispersing into other rooms. The kid who dragged you here giggles. Starlight? That's a cool name. You can call me Hat Kid. Nice to meet you, Hat Kid. Hat Kid grins brightly. She seems quite proud of herself. You know, you seem pretty lonely out there. Why don't you go talk to everyone? Stick with me and you won't be lonely anymore. Well, what have you got to lose? Might as well try. Alright, I'll give it a shot, I guess. Where we go? Now we get to meet everybody. Let's go in order. Kitchen. Who we talk to? Kid with the bow in her hair. You find yourself unable to resist the call of the kitten in the child's arms. You walk over, hands clasped behind your back. No need to go too crazy. Hi, nice kitty you have there. Hello, her name is Sprinkles. Sprinkles is purring quite loudly. You can hear it from a couple feet away. It melts your cold, lonely heart. Do you want to pet her? She's friendly. You nod and reach out, gently petting the head of the kitten who begins to purr louder. She likes you. That means you're a kind person. She only likes nice people. You nod, though you aren't sure about this girl's logic. I'm Boat Kid. I love animals. Do you want to be my other pet sometime? You are sorely tempted by the offer of soft and fluffy animals. You'll have to think about it. I just might take you up on that. Okay, see you later. She skips off and you find yourself feeling a little happier. Girl with the mustache. Such cute mustache girl art. It's the only sprite we have for her right now, but it's a good one. You have many questions about the mustache on this girl. Is it real? You approach the girl, noticing that her arms are crossed as if she's trying not to enjoy the party, like the big tsundere that she is. She acts like she doesn't want to be here, but she wants to be here. Hey there. Oh hey, I guess that kid dragged you to her party too. I'm gonna fail at the mustache girl's Cockney accent, but I'm gonna try anyway. You know, yeah, she just kidnapped me from my spaceship. Does she do this often? The girl's unable to hold back a chuckle. Yeah, she does. A real go-getter. She basically just kidnapped most of the people here. That explains a few things. Well, at least I'm not the only one. What's your name? You seem to be less bad than a lot of the others here. Thank you for downloading a Date and Time by Date and Time. Yeah, our team doesn't really have a name yet. I don't know if we'll ever have one. Whatever. Less bad, an oddly backhanded compliment, but you'll take it. I'm Starlight. Nice to meet you. I'm Mustache Girl, hero of justice. Or, well, almost. I'm not exactly a hero yet, but I will be soon. She crosses her arms and looks away, muttering something like, I would be a hero already if that kid hadn't stopped me. However, she quickly brightens up again. But hey, if you ever want to fight bad guys, you should come see me. We can right all kinds of wrongs all over the world. You nod hesitantly. It almost sounds fun. I'll think about it. Dayton team. That's a good one. Maybe. I'll pitch that. Pitch it to the rest of the crew. The cat in the white coat. Oh, there, she's so cute. You approach the cat in the coat, watching as she ices an absolutely enormous cake. It has 5 layers, almost like a wedding cake, with pale yellow icing. The smell makes your mouth water slightly. Excuse me. The cat turns to you. She looks a bit startled at first, but then smiles in an easygoing way. Well, hey there, you must be the kid's new friend. There's one accent I can do, it's Cooking Cat, because she's southern, and I live in the south, and I hear her accent all the time. just talk to me about that. Let's talk about that later privately on Discord. Valid. I don't think this is really a good place to talk about that, especially since that's such a thing that's early in. That's so early on. Like I literally just got the idea yesterday. So let's put a pin in that. You can barely take your eyes off the cake. It looks so delicious. Oh, yeah, I'm Starlight, and yeah, that kid just dragged me off my ship. I see. Well, don't worry. She don't mean any harm. You want to believe these claims. You want to so badly. I'm Cooking Cat. I stick around here and cook for Hat Kid. She needs the help. Nice to meet you, Cooking Cat. That cake looks and smells absolutely amazing. Cooking Cat blushes bashful. She's so cute. God, she's so cute. Oh, well, I'm not that good. But thank you anyway, Sugar. You smile. She seems nice. Wait, did you make this entire cake yourself? Wow. She blushes brighter. That's really impressive. Do you own a restaurant or something I could visit sometime? Cooking Cat shakes her head. No, I'm afraid not, but you can always stop by here and I'll make you something anyway, Sugar Pie. You nod enthusiastically. Definitely. And we're done in the kitchen. Machine room. You have a bird. You walk up to the odd bird creature, or at least you think it's a bird. Oh my god, I can't not do a Scottish accent, but I'm gonna try. Oh there, I see the little lassie dragged you here too. Haha, yeah, she's pretty, is calling her insane a reasonable answer? This bird seems to be your friend, but also, you're thinking the little lassie's a bit crazy, ain't you? I just gotta channel my best Scrooge McDuck here. The bird creature chuckled loudly, though it didn't exactly sound like too friendly of a cackle to you. That should be just chuckles. Small typo there. We're present tense. Well, you ain't wrong. He pauses for a moment before realizing something, gasping under his breath. Ah, right, I need to introduce myself. Cooley stands up tall in order to flash a grin at you, bowing in a rather goofy manner, in your opinion at least. I'm the conductor. I'm the most excellent, handsome, and skilled train owner in all the world, and the only train owner in the world. Yeah, you gotta roll those R's. He places a hand to his chest with pride. I also make the best Western movies that anyone has ever seen. The conductor smiles. Shaking his head a bit, he looks thoughtful for a second. And you are? Oh, my name is Starlight. I, just bought a spaceship? That's quite a name. The conductor relaxes back into a less upright pose and motions for you to shoot. You should be heading back to the party before the wee lass comes searching for you and ruins me time alone. I'll talk with you later after the party if you want. The conductor gains an excited gleam in his active eyes. Maybe he just gave off the energy of being excited. Either way, you can sense it. Perhaps I can even show you around my train eventually. That might be fun. You'll put that on a rain check. Disco Penguin! It's my boy! It's DJ Grooves, whose art I'm getting to do, and I am so happy, excited about that. It's been a lot of fun. Like, I kind of just got assigned to him because I was like, hey, I'm also an artist if there's anybody, if you need any more sprite artists or somebody's like got too much of a workload or something, you can pass something on to me. And somebody's like, yeah, and somebody who had volunteered for like, I guess multiple characters was like, yeah, I'm kind of busy with the characters I'm already doing, so if you want to take DJ Grooves, you can go ahead and do that. And I'm like, I would love to. And so, yeah. He's been a lot of fun to draw. And I'm really looking forward to drawing more expressions and sprites for him. He's just great. And don't forget to pronounce Sonic as Sonic and Spider-Man as Spider-Man. Yeah, very important. You approach the groovy-looking penguin nervously. Hey, you're the new person, right? Nice to meet you, darling. You smile, waving politely. So what brings you to this side of the party, darling? You think about it a moment. Well, this side seems more energetic. Plus, you have some cool dance moves. He lights up, doing a complex swirl ending in a distinctive disco pose. Well, I'm flattered, darling. You can call me DJ Grooves. Your name's Starlight, isn't it? You nod. I'm a movie director. I make movies for everyone to enjoy. You should drop by sometime and watch one. Oh, fabulous, darling. You raise an eyebrow, intrigued by the concept of alien movies. Sounds interesting. See you later, DJ Grooves. Bye, darling. And that's all in here. Engine room. Got nautical walrus and chef in a red coat. You're in awe at the size of this lad. Absolute unit. Hello? What is it, pup? I didn't realize we had nicknames already. What are you talking? You stifle a laugh as he looks up, properly acknowledging you for the first time since you walked in. I'm not quite a pup, you see. You can barely suppress the grin on your face. Oh, I see. The walrus looks away and an awkward silence ensues. You can hardly stand it. So, did the kid kidnap you too? The walrus looks up at you and nods, taking a drag on his 2 cigarettes. Yep, she took me right off my ship. We leave in a couple weeks too. You're the captain of a ship? Cool. There's a brief pause as the captain takes another long drag. Yeah, the cruise liner. Still some tickets left if you want to get a room. You consider it. Since you got a good deal on the ship, you probably have enough money left over for a cruise ticket. Maybe I will. Chef in the red coat. I love this mafia boss art. Like, I was pretty neutral about him as a character up until, I think Miem is the artist. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. It's spelled Miem. But I love their art of Mafia Boss and the Mafia Goons who you'll see later. They're just great. And his route, the start of his route, which we'll play through. I'm gonna try and do all the routes and get through everything. Not sure if we'll have time, but I'll try. And it just really warmed me up to him as a character, along with reading the rest of his route outline too. I just really like what we've done with him as a character here. You know, and plus, you know me, I'm just a sucker for villains. You approach the grumpy-looking chef curiously. Actually, because he looks like he left right off the label of a can of spaghetti sauce. So his accent is sort of like... So the Mafia Goons are Russian, so they're easy. But Mafia Boss is weird, because he's sort of like Rush-Italian? Like, at first I thought he was also Russian, but then he sounded more Italian, so it's like, what's your accent, man? It's sort of a weird mix of Italian and Russian like the Goons, so I'll just kind of do my best. Let's be its own game or is a mod for A Hat in Time. This is its own game. This is 100% its own game. It doesn't actually use any assets or anything from A Hat in Time itself. It's all completely original. All the backgrounds, all the character art, everything. So you're another person the hat girl has kidnapped. Yep, dragging me right off my ship. The insolence of that child, if not for the fact that she got my body back. Got me my body back. I would tear her apart! You're taken aback. What'd she do, this guy? But that is in the past. Who are you, fellow kidnapping? I'm Starlight, just an ordinary space traveler. I see. The man puts his hands on his hips, standing proudly with a confident grin. You are standing before the most powerful man you will ever witness. I am the boss of the Mafia of Cooks, the greatest gang on the planet. You can call me the Mafia Boss. Sure. Nice to meet you too, Mafia Boss. Likewise, traveler. Now scram, I need to go give that kid what for. The man leaves and you find yourself puzzled. What a strange assortment of party guests this kid has kidnapped. You start to leave the room, but your path is blocked by the kid who dragged you there in the first place. I see you met the Mafia Boss. She giggles. He's not as bad as he seems. But, I should give you some advice. Hackett leans in and whispers to you conspiratorially. Don't eat anything the Mafia cooks. It'll kill you. I tested it. Kid skips off and you shudder. You hope she didn't actually test it by eating something dangerous. Done here? Saving best for last. Purple Ghost. My boy. My boyfriend. My husbando. The love and light of my life. The Snatcher. You approach the noobly ghost thing. Oh, it's you. I can't do his voice at all, though. I am sorry. Youngtown's voice is just too beautiful. I could never even hope to vaguely replicate it. I love you, Luke. You're awesome. Seriously, subscribe to Youngtown. You nod awkwardly and wave. Let me guess, you're looking for a spot to hide. Sure am. That's great, but this is my hiding spot. I was here first, so get lost! You cross your arms and frown. You don't have to be so rude about it. My name's Starlight. What's yours? The smile drops for a moment, is quickly replaced by a rather large and fixed grin. I'm the Snatcher. Now, unless you plan to sign over your soul and become my next brain-dead contractor, I suggest you get out! You got a snack just to find a snack on my screen. Hey! Hey. Doesn't seem like the Snatcher is in the mood for company right now. Alright, well, bye then. You spin on your heels and start to leave the room, but your path is blocked by the kid who dragged you there in the first place. That went surprisingly well. She gently jabbed you with her elbow and winks. I think he likes you. You briefly wonder if like has a different meaning on our planet. Down here. And that's all the character intros. Now that you're done with introductions, the birthday cake gets wheeled out. Hat Kid calls everyone into the main room, cutting slices for everyone. You end up eating enough cake to make yourself feel sick, and there's still plenty left. Before you know it, the party's over and Hat Kid walks you back to her teleporter. See you later, Starlight! See you around, Hat Kid. You turn to your spaceship and promptly make your way to bed, feeling tired from all the excitement. What a day. You started off a lonely space traveler, but by the end you attended a birthday party and met a whole cast of kooky characters. Even had the best cake you've ever tasted. Maybe you should make some friends. Being around other people is actually pretty fun for a change. Thoughts about everyone you met swirl in your head as you fall asleep. You awaken and get into the sound of your ship's soft humming and sigh. You aren't entirely certain that yesterday actually happened. It felt like a dream. Nonetheless, you have a smile on your face as you put on your clothes and get ready for another day. Once you're done, you stroll out to your cockpit with a twinkle in your eye to continue your space exploration. You walk in the cockpit only to find 3 familiar faces waiting for you, sitting on the floor with note cards in the midst of a heavy debate. This is stupid. Come on, Mustache Girl, you gotta help us get Starlight to be friends with someone. Maybe the conductor? No, I think Snatcher's a better idea. Really? I was thinking him or DJ Grooves. Ugh, both of you are wrong. Cooking Cat is the real answer. What are you doing here? Why are you on my ship? All 3 stand up, putting away their note cards like kids caught passing notes in class. Hackett and Vulcan strike poses, while Mustache Girl simply crosses her arms with a huff. Tsundere. You forgot to change your teleporter password again. So I decided that we should help you make a friend. I'm here to help too. Me 3, I guess. Mustache Girl rolls her eyes. You know, you really don't have to. But we do! We've explored every inch of your ship, and from our expert detective analysis... Hackett pulls out a magnifying glass. We've concluded that you don't have any friends, not even one. Vulcan chimes in, making you wonder if they rehearsed this. Well, not anymore. We're your friends now, and we're gonna get you more friends. You open your mouth to refute their factually true claim, but find yourself unable to muster up an objection. They're right, after all. So, pick. Pick? Pick what? Pick which one of us you want to help you, silly. One of us will accompany you from now on and help you make friends. Who you choose. So this is important. This is where we're picking a wing kid. So for the rest of the run, you have whoever you pick comes with you to hang out with whatever characters you decide you want to hang out with, and different events will happen. And the idea is, so if you play Dream Daddy, you choose the dad that you want to date, but then you also have a little storyline going on with Amanda, and then you can get, like, who's your daughter, and you can get, like, a bad or a good ending with her. So, that's kind of the idea here. There's not really much to it in this version right now, again, because alpha, but the idea is that you'll pick a kid, and then you'll get certain opportunities to get points with them, and if you get enough, you'll get a good or a bad, or a great ending at the end, along with whoever you date. So, it's kind of our way of, like, obviously you can't date the kids. They're kids. They're, like, 9. So, well, I guess we can't really say how old they are, but they're kids. So, instead we like do, like the daughter side route, like in Dream Daddy. So, but so I'm gonna save here. I think I already had a save there, but it wasn't from this version, so. So there tends to be, I tend to go with Mustache Girl. This is because of being a programmer. I tend to go with her for testing purposes because for whatever reason she ends up having more variables than the other kids. Just because she's, you know, Hack Kid, Invoke Kid, or Hack and Invoke Kid. Mustache Girl's a little bit more. I'm assuming everybody here has played A Hat in Time. But Mustache Girl's a little bit more antagonistic than the other two, so she gets a little bit different. There are a little bit different variables involved with her. So that's why I tend to pick her. But it's not going to matter for this run. I think this time I'm just going to pick Hat Kid. You pointed Hat Kid. I pick you then. You're the one insistent on this, so Hat Kid's eyes lit up. Don't you worry, Starlight. You won't regret it. Maybe when we come back, because I want to do all of the routes, maybe we'll pick different, or what we have of the routes so far, we'll pick different Wing Kids for those. Like maybe, like when we go back to do, I don't know, one of the routes we haven't done yet, we'll pick a different Wing Kid. Hello, Twilight Prince 101, welcome. So Twilight Prince 101 is one of A Date and Time's writers. He is awesome. He's done a lot of the outlines for a lot of the routes and a lot of the writing, and his writing is just awesome. Give a big round of applause for him. I'm just so proud of the entire team. Yep, everyone is did such a good job. I'm so proud. You'll be the happiest space traveler ever when I'm done with you. You aren't sure what to think of all this. Alright. Okay, so now we just need to decide. Okay, so I wasn't doing the voice. Okay, so now we just need to decide where we're going. Here, I drew pictures of where you can go. Even how we'll be there. So take your pick. Alright, we'll save here too. So Mafia Town leads to Cooking Cat or the Mafia Boss. Deadbird Studio leads to DJ Grooves and eventually the Conductor. Unfortunately, we do not have. So this alpha demo is the first 2 days of all of the base game character routes, except for the Conductor, unfortunately. So we got the first 2 days of Cooking Cat, Mafia Boss, DJ Grooves, Snatcher, but sadly not the Conductor. We could not get him in time, mostly due to backgrounds, because we have to have original backgrounds for everything, and we could not get the backgrounds for the first days of the Conductor's route done in time, sadly. But the next update, we after we've taken some time to take a break, because we've really been crunching to get this done before Nyakuza Metro drops. So we crunched to get this out today, the day before Nyakuza Metro drops. So everybody has a chance to check it out before we're all distracted by the new actual Hat in Time DLC tomorrow. So we've been, all that to get that done. So once that's been out for a while, we've had the time to play that, take a break, we'll get back to working on that, and we'll get an update out with the first 2 days of the Conductor route. So, sorry Conductor fans, we know he's super, super popular, but we just could not get his backgrounds done in time. We're very sorry. Oh, thank you, Twine! Thank you so much! I've really, really enjoyed it. One day I just kind of woke up, was like, I want to learn Python. And so I did a little bit of messing around with it, and then I saw that this game existed, and I'm like, you know what, that would be a good way to get even better. So, and now I'm feeling pretty good about my Python skills now. This game's really helped with that, and I've learned a lot, and it's just really been awesome. So, Grooves is better anyways, let's be real. You know what, I'm gonna agree with you on that. I was originally Team Conductor, but then I started actually working on Grooves' sprites, and did a little, and editing what we've done for his route and stuff, and you know what, I think I've changed sides. I think I'm Team Grooves now.
It's hard not to get really fond of a character that you're drawing a whole bunch. So yeah. Anyway, oh man, what did we do first? So yeah, we've got Mafia Town, Cooking Cat, and Mafia Boss. We got Deadbird Studio, DJ Grooves, and eventually, not in this build, the Conductor. And Subcom Forest, Snatcher, of course, and... So, you know what? I'm gonna let you guys pick. What do you guys want to see first? I say leave Subcon for last. I would definitely be in favor of that too. I just hope we have time. Because I might be going to the movies later to see Detective Pikachu. But that's not like a set thing yet. If I don't, I'll have plenty of time. But if I do, I only have like 3 hours. And I don't know if that's long enough to get through everything. Especially with reading it all out loud. Is Mafia. Top, yeah. Do. You know what? I think we're going to start with DJ Grooves, because we don't have the Conductor. We get DJ Grooves done, then we're done with Deadbird Studio. Then we can do... And we'll see about time. See if we got time for Mafia and Cooking Cat, and then Subcon, maybe. And also, I just want to show off my DJ Grooves art. So yeah, let's start with Grooves. Because I'm narcissistic and want to show off my art. Also, thank you, Everkeen, for following! Thank you so much! I love my following. I love my follow thing with the smug dance. As you can see, I really like A Hat in Time. Anyway, alright. Deadbird Studio. I picked Deadbird Studio. I'm down to watch some movies. My kid smiles at you and gives you a thumbs up. I thought you'd pick there. It's kind of super hectic, but also really fun. Of course, Twy. The day one of DBS is really funny. Like, I remember going through it and editing it and being like, this is super funny. This is great. Penguin time. Yep, we're gonna enter Club Penguin. Hat Kid's face turns smug and she elbows you mischievously. So who caught your eye, Starlight? Was it the Conductor or DJ Grooves? You cross your arms, staying quiet. Hat Kid shrugs. Well, it was worth a try. You watch as Hat Kid strolls to your teleporter and keys in some complex coordinates, concerned about how skilled with technology she is. Maybe she's from a species that ages slowly, or she's just a genius. Come in, Starlight. You stand beside Hat Kid in the teleporter and moosh away with the mechanical roar of the busy movie studio below. You find yourself in a shiny, fancy lobby. There's strange birds all over the place with the smell of automatic air freshener and sounds of activity behind 2 large doors. Welcome to Deadbird Studio. Let's make some movies. You nod. Yeah, let's. Hey, since I've been here before, why don't you take the lead? Don't worry, I'll stay nearby. Sounds like a plan, so you just let me explore at my own pace? Yep. I'll try to stay out of your way outside of some help here and there. Okay. Oh, we're right. I forgot about that. So here's this lovely Deadbird Studios BG. You're right, we should definitely show off the BGs because they are lovely. Seriously, the folks working on the backgrounds on this game are godly. So good. Everyone's just so good. Your companion shuffles behind you to lead the way. You pace around, seeing that there are several people in the lobby. There are 2 large doors shut tight while a bird stands behind the receptionist's desk looking bored. On one side, there are several owls. They look like owls in hats, sitting on benches, one of them reading a newspaper. On the other side, there are several penguins in cool hats, snapping in perfect unison. Seem uncaring towards your sudden appearance in the studio. Talk to owls, talk to penguins, talk to receptionists. Talk to everyone. The owls are so fluffy. You simply have to talk to them. Hey there. The owl jumps in surprise, clearly not expecting you. He breathes a sigh of relief. Oh, you scared me. Hello there. You look new around here. What's your name? The owls don't really have a distinct voice, other than being ProZD, which makes them amazing. But, yeah. Sorry for scaring you. I'm Starlight. Oh, sorry for scaring you. I'm Starlight. It's alright. I just thought you might be the conductor. He's been in a real bad mood lately. Really? Is it more of a stubbed his toe bad, or became a laughingstock online bad? Remember how loud the conductor was? You can't imagine how loud he gets when he's angry. A little more of the latter, with a bit of wanting everything to be perfect and a lot of screaming. You get used to it, eventually. Anyway. I'm one of the Express Owls. I stay around here because... well, I ride on the Owl Express, the conductor's train. It's a common nickname. He also makes us act in his movies during the trips. Oh yeah, he's a movie director too, isn't he? Is it fun? Being in his movies, I mean. Aw, that expression. The Express Owl looks a little disconcerted. It's fine. Look on his face tells you that it's really not fine. Not at all. Also, makes them act? What's wrong? Is the conductor really strict? You could say that. Express Owl turns back away, looking more nervous than before. You decide to leave him alone. Yeah, the owl sprites are super cute. It's the same artist as Hat Kid. They go by Cuddles, which is just a perfect name because all of their art makes... because I want to cuddle all of their art. It's just so cute. Hopefully the conductor hasn't given these poor owls too many headaches. Look at the penguins. These penguins. They look so jazzy in those hats. Look at them snap in perfect sync. The amount of coolness coming from these birds is so strong that you're completely unable to resist the urge to go over there and talk to them. Hey there. They look at you but say nothing at first. You open your mouth to greet them again when one of them, the penguin closest to you, cuts you off with a curt reply. Hey, don't come any closer, pal. Unless you're here to join the DJ Grooves fan club, take a hike. You know what? I'd love to join DJ Grooves' fan club. You glance up at the posters of the movies DJ Grooves has made. They're so funky and colorful. These are definitely some cool looking films if their advertising is anything to go by. Sure, I'd love to. Oh, really? Yes, give the owls hugs. They deserve them. They really do. It seems the penguin wasn't expecting this response. Well, in that case, here, take this pamphlet. I hand you a pamphlet all about the DJ Grooves fan club. Make a mental note to have a look at it later. How many of DJ Grooves' movies have you seen? Again, the penguins don't really have a distinct voice except for being cool, really cool. But fun fact, they are voiced by Marianne Miller, a voice actress who's, I think she's mostly in anime, but she is married to Little Karibo, who Martin Villani, Little Karibo, who does Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge. So, fun fact. How many of DJ Grooves' movies have you seen? None. I'm kind of new to this planet. You get the feeling this penguin is giving you a long stare underneath their hip sunglasses. But they look really cool, and I thought DJ Grooves also seemed nice when we hung out, so I came here to check some out and maybe say hi. Wait, you've met him? Penguins all stop snapping in unison and look at you with surprise. You suppose the director hasn't told his crew about you since the party. I think we got off on the wrong foot. We're the Moon Penguins. We help DJ Grooves make his movies. He works hard and we appreciate him, so we do our best for him. And we're a little overprotective sometimes. My bad. It's fine. Nice to meet you guys. Same to you. Talk to the receptionist if you're looking for DJ Grooves. He might be able to help you out. Thanks, I will. To the receptionist. Hard at work at the center desk is a large, somewhat built owl with an expression that just reads, "Why me?" He looks at the front side of a monitor. A few frustrated "eck" sounds can be heard. You don't hear any noise coming from the computer, but whatever it is, you can tell it's not good. This guy looks like he needs someone to talk to. Hi, are you alright? The owl notices both your and your wing kid's presence now and turns away from his computer for a minute, relieved to now be focusing on something else. Ah, fresh face and an old one too. How are you, little chirper? I can't do a John Tron impression. Sorry. Your younger friend walks to the desk and looks up at the receptionist, smiling back at him. Her face just barely peeks out over it. She's so adorably tiny. I'm showing my new friend Starlight here around the studio. I think we could check out the filming going on right now and say hi to the conductor and DJ Grooves. Upon hearing this, receptionist's friendly smiles go back to the way it was, frustrated while taking quick glances back at the screen. I'm not sure if today would be a good day to do that. Those two are in the middle of filming for the annual Board Movie Awards again, and you suddenly hear a loud yet distant slam coming from DJ Grooves' door, followed by a muffled, "What did you say, you afro-headed buffoon?" from the other. The entire lobby goes dead silent, with the intimidating sounds of approaching footsteps contrasting the calm waiting music. The receptionist looks at the monitor again and puts on an annoyed wing to his face, letting out a groan. Got a level 3, everybody. I'd recommend earplugs. It seems like it's going to last a while. Both the owls and the penguins all reach in their pockets and pull out earplugs, tightly inserting them before going back to their business. Despite everyone else looking calm about this, you can't help but be a little scared. Level 3? What the heck is that? Why is everyone so relaxed? You're about to turn to your wing kid to ask, but she's putting in earplugs as well. As she sprints to the corner of the room, you can't help but look at her and mouth why as she leaves you to the upcoming Screamfest. She just shrugs. Oh, looks like you don't have any earplugs. Sorry, there's no extras. Come on over here. At least you won't be right in between them. The receptionist hands out a wing to you as the yelling gets closer. You feel like you're in the middle of a horror flick, and you definitely don't want to be the first victim that dies a stupid death. They have it. Yep, they got a system. They're very used to this. Taking his wing, you fumble over to the reception desk and hide behind it like a blast shield as the two studio doors slam open, both directors marching toward each other and beginning a shouting match. You filthy peckneck! How dare you do this, insulting me movies in the paper? You have any idea how much this will tank our ratings? I could say the very same about you, Conductor Darling, spreading lies about my movies and how they're made. Even I didn't think you could sink so low. I mean, stealing disco balls? You know just as well that I make my own from scratch, and they're beautiful, darling. Quickly it becomes hard to pick up on exactly what it is they're shouting about, since not only trying to talk over each other, your ears are also starting to ring. Seriously, like this every day? You glance up at the receptionist, who is looking back with a pitying expression, like seeing somebody yell at their dog and feeling bad for the poor pet. Maybe you can just wait it out? You want to say hello, but you're honestly afraid to jump in while they're still going at it. This coming under the desk looks intriguing. 5 minutes later. Oh, go choke on your mama's worms. Why don't you stick your platform shoes where the sun don't shine? Huh. So there's about 50 tiles down here, and one of them is off-colored. 10 minutes later. Oh, please. I know for a fact that Jana Heddy's cleaning up your awful messes much, much more. 17 boxes of rations on the wall. 17 boxes of rations. Take one down, pass it around. 20 minutes later. And don't even get me started on the way you drink your tea, you filthy featherless fraud. Yeah, okay, you've had enough. These two have been at it for way too long, and you feel like if you have to sit through another minute of this, you're going to need to learn sign language. Which on its own wouldn't be a bad thing, but you get the picture. Conductor, shut up. Groove, shut up. Both of you, shut up. Well, we know who we're here for, so... Conductor, shut up. As if it were a defense mechanism, the conductor turns to you and yells, "Stay out of this, you stupid!" However, when he realizes it's you, he blinks with his non-visible eyes and pops into an upright pauper posture. Ah, you're the Hat Lass's friend from the party. It's swell to see you again, Starlight. Grooves looks to you and simply mouths, "I am so sorry." Anyway, darling, what are you doing here? Why, you're behind the receptionist's desk. Upon being mentioned, said receptionist takes out his DBS-grade earplugs and addresses the Yellowbird and Penguin. They got here a while ago, before you two started arguing. Again, also. He checks his watch and then a piece of scratch paper. Huh, you almost beat your record. Just a few more seconds and we would have broken it. The express owl in the back yells to one of the moon penguins. I told you it wouldn't happen, Marianne. You owe me 30 pawns. Oh, hush. It's going to happen one day. I know it. The receptionist coughs to call attention back to him and continues. We were out of earplugs, too, so they had to listen to the whole thing. Hope you're proud of yourselves. Although he seemed ashamed before, the penguin suddenly has a flash of inspiration on his face. Before the conductor can start ranting again, Grooves cuts in and steps forward towards you with a paper in his hand. Then you agree with me, right? What the conductor said about me was unfair? The conductor, almost offended, jumps in as well. Oh, no, you don't, you. Whoa. Wait.
You put up a hand to both of them, wanting anything but for them to start yelling again. Look, I lost the ability to hear properly when Groove started arguing that yellow is so not the conductor's color, but from what I understand, it's something about a paper, and one at a time, please. Both directors, holding papers in their hands, take a step forward at the same time, then freeze and scowl at one another when they notice the other doing the same. Alright, I'm done. I'm going on break. The receptionist leaves through a small door on the side of his desk and heads out to the front, grumbling about how he's not paid enough for this. You can't help but feel his pain. Now, since a bit of an incident a few years ago, we at the studio have been running low on staff, so I put an ad out in the papers. However... Conductor turns to Grooves and scowls once more. Not only did this peckneck copy my idea, he slandered the good name of me movies. Look! The yellow bird hands you a newspaper, pointing down to 2 ads for DBS right next to each other. One from him, one from Grooves. The one from him reads, Become a part of the greatest movies of our time. Join us at Deadbird Studios today. Asked to speak with the conductor upon applying, not G.J. Grooves, who has been known to steal disco balls for his sets. Meanwhile, the one from Grooves says, Join Deadbird Studios and take part in making movie magic. Come for the movies, stay to create them. To apply, just ask for DJ Grooves and not the foul-mouthed train crasher conductor. Wow. Are the disco balls really stolen? Crashing trains, isn't that dangerous? That's quite the coincidence. I'm skeptical about these trains. The conductor crashes trains? Isn't that dangerous? What's the problem with that? Nobody's gotten hurt while we've done it, and it makes for great effects for the movies. The actors aren't still on the train when you do this, right? I told you they're fine. Well, fine now, at least. And that's beside the point. These two are very immature. It's almost like watching 2 children call each other names. This argument doesn't even seem like it's going anywhere. It's pretty sad that you feel like you're babysitting 2 grown men who might even be older than you. How does age work in this galaxy again? Okay. So you both put out an ad for new hires. Have either of you gotten any calls? Both directors practically mimic the other's movements as they put a hand on their face and sigh. Only a few, nothing much. The ones who did call can't even act. True, and with the high standards the last is set for our movies, it ain't a walk in the park to find someone as talented as... Both of their eyes blink wide open, a look of realization washing over their faces. In the back you could swear you heard a triangle dinging. The 2 birds look up at you without moving. They then glance at each other, then back to you, then back to each other. And barely a second later, both are shoving the other out of the way while trying to scramble over the desk to get to you. Will you work for me? You can have a lead role in my next movie. I'll make you the star of mine. I'll give you creative direction. I'll let you take breaks anytime you want. Dental. Health insurance. You fall backward and push yourself against the wall from the shock of these 2 scrambling to get to you first. Why do they have to be so intense? Even when you're clearly scared, they're still going at it. Absolutely fed up with their fighting, you put an end to this by standing up and putting your hands out to the 2 of them, calming the ravenous filmmakers. Please, whatever's going on, just stop. The desperation in your voice is clear as both birds freeze, realizing what they're doing and tone it down a notch. Mood, though. Valid. Mood. Though, for me, it's other medication and not insulin, but, you know, same thing. More or less. The conductor straightens out his cast and Groove smooths his jacket, a look of embarrassment on their faces. First of all, please never do that again. Second, why do you want me to work for you? Surely by now the lasses have told you about Stalin in our movies, right? Those kids were the best actors we've ever had, besides ourselves, of course. They managed to make our movies blockbusters, darling. Some of the best in the entertainment industry. We haven't been able to replicate that since. And since you're a friend of the Hat and Bull lasses, you might be a great help to our projects. Alright then. Out of all the things you weren't expecting to happen today, this was not one of them. Oh, that's a typo, all the things you were expecting to happen today. Oh well. We couldn't catch all the typos. We got most, but, you know, we're only human. You came to Deadbird Studio to meet up with the directors. You certainly were not expecting them to basically fight over you. Oh, that's awesome, Sherm. Hope you enjoyed it. Cooking cat's food is really cute. Yeah, Bo-Cat and Cooking Cat, Bo-Kid and Cooking Cat are a great combination indeed. They are both super precious. Oh, Alpha Spoilers chat in the Discord. Great to know. Thank you very much, Twy. You came to Deadbird Studio to meet up with the directors. You were certainly not expecting them to basically fight over you. Still, it sounds like a good offer, albeit a slightly selfish one. You are a fan of movies, and you do have fond memories of being in that improv group for a few weeks. As you contemplate your decision, a bit of movement from the edge of your eye catches your attention. Back in the corner of the lobby, you spot your wing kid waving her arms frantically, pointing at the two and mouthing something you can't understand. It's an interesting combination, alright, Sherm. As you'll see. Universal sign of go for it. Alright, I'll admit I'm not into what just happened, but working on your movie sounds pretty interesting. I can't promise I'll be much help, though. Both of the birds' expressions light up like a fireworks show. In the corner, your wing kid gives you a thumbs up and nod and a fist pump. Oh, thank you so much, darling. I promise you won't regret this. Excuse me, who said they were working for you? Wait, what? I'm sorry. The directors seem puzzled at first, but then remember that you're new in town. They look between each other again with a newfound uncertainty that doesn't sit well with you. Wait, I don't understand. Can't I just work for both of you? Grooves looks at you with pity, like you're a child that doesn't know how the world works and just asks for everyone to get along. Ah, that's right. I guess since we're in the same studio, it would seem like that, eh? You see, darling, if you haven't figured it out by now, the conductor and I aren't exactly business partners. Long story short, we didn't ask to share the studio, but had no choice. We've tried working together before, and well, both of them shudder, recalling something painful and zone out for a few seconds. Don't they know other people can't see their flashbacks? They shake their heads, erasing the memory like an etch-a-sketch drawing. Not only that, but when the lasses worked for us, they didn't exactly make the competition fair. So it'd be better for everyone if you picked only one of us. No pressure. There it is. There's the catch. There's always a catch. This time there just wasn't a contract to read the fine print. Well, yeah, this isn't Snatcher's Route. Oh, was it? That's awesome. You groan, putting your head on your hands and rubbing your face a bit. These two. You've never seen any two people be so angry at each other. Even now, you still have a headache from their fight. Noticing your frustration, the conductor steps forward to the desk and leans over it like an attorney about to present his case. Look here, I promise if you work for me, I won't give you as much of a hard time. If you like, I can give you a lead role. It might get a little intense, sure, but I'm sure you'll enjoy yourself. Or I can make you the villain if you prefer. We're doing a movie about a gunslinging vigilante in the Old West. An Old West movie, huh? I want to be a cowboy, baby. Say, that sounds exciting. Be neutral. That sounds pretty exciting. The conductor smiles. Ah, Pistol Auto 7, huh? Didn't realize it's been a year already. The end of the conductor's mouth twitches a bit, but he tries to keep his composure, most likely to not accidentally scare you off, although to be honest, is still pretty effective at doing so. With a confident smirk in the yellow bird's direction, the penguin steps forwards and addresses you as well. Darling, if you'd rather do something more original, I can offer you a spot in our crew for Disco Stars. It's about an interstellar dance competition between worlds. We're already nearly done with production. We won't put you through too much work if you're not up for it. I can't promise you the lead role this time around, but I can for our next movie if you stick around. A dancing movie, huh? My Jam Jam resolution skills will finally come in handy. Heck yeah. Finally, my Jam Jam resolution skills will finally come in handy. You can see the penguin's face light up, despite not knowing what JJR is, since you're fairly sure it only exists back home. I know, right? I want to be in Disco Stars. And that's perfect for my crew, darling. You'll fit right in with us. Yeah, if you ain't blinded by the lights, I need to go to the hospital. You swear you can see Grooves' eyes widen and glare at the conductor beneath his star-shaped sunglasses. Still, he does the same as a conductor, and tries to keep a calm composure. Now, darling, I'm not going to try and influence your decision, but just know I'll have medical on standby if you get caught in another of the conductor's crashes. Another? Well, I can have the house clear away the crowds if you get trampled like the lasses did. Trampled? Both directors have unnaturally wide smiles while glaring daggers at each other. The aura these two are giving off now is so much more powerful than they were just yelling at each other. The Express Owls and Moon Penguins, who have been watching this whole time from the back, are taking refuge behind the desks and pieces of paper. Some have even ran for the exit, with your wing kid directing them out like a soldier assisting refugees. So, darling, what's your choice? And remember, no pressure. The two birds are speaking through gritted teeth, constantly looking between the other and you. You really wish that it wasn't this complicated. When you first came into DBS, you wanted to get to know both of them a bit more. Hang out on the side while they direct. Maybe you wanted to be with one a bit more than the other, but still. On the one hand, there's the conductor's offer. His movies sound kind of crazy, and the train crash part added on by Grooves doesn't help matters. It sounds like it'll be somewhat dangerous, and you'll probably have to be careful about what you do, but it'll be satisfying when all is said and done. Also, you get a dental plan, which is very much appreciated. Meanwhile, Grooves' offer sounds somewhat toned down compared to the Yellowbirds. Although the whole mobs by crowds thing makes you uneasy, he gives off a calming, carefree vibe. Feels like if you join Grooves, you could be comfortable being yourself. Making his movie sounds like it would be fun and not too challenging. Along with health insurance, which is always a plus. The sheer amount of intensity in this one decision clearly makes it the most important one you'll make in your entire life. Ever. The only thing left to do now is choose! Choose your destiny. Fortunately, we cannot down the cowboy hat, so let's enter the Space Jam. Mr. Conductor, your cowboy movie sounds interesting and I think it has potential. The conductor is about to smile and welcome you, reaching over to shake your hand. But I think I'm going to go with DJ Grooves. The Yellowbird's jaw drops, his arm flops onto the desk as Grooves' fake smile turns genuine, his teeth unclenching and releasing the cringe from his face. Oh, thank you, darling, thank you! Grooves reaches across the desk and grabs your hand, shaking it a bit too hard and catching you off guard. I promise you won't regret this decision, darling. Us penguins will make certain you feel right at home. If you'd like, I can get you something now, maybe a juice box. We've got an awful lot of those since the little stars started working here. You feel like you're getting emotional whiplash, but his enthusiasm is infectious. Right now, there's rarely any malice against the dumbfounded other bird, just pure hype and joy. Before you know it, you're smiling a little bit too. Crawling back over to the desk, you join up with the DJ and Moon Penguins, who have not yet ran for the hills. They start introducing themselves to you, along with making statements like, "Welcome to the team, bud." Your wing kid takes a deep sigh of relief and joins up with you. Excuse me? Oh, right, the conductor is still here. Why on earth would you settle for this lousy director who hasn't made a single pecking good movie in his life over me? Me! The one who's won almost every single Bird Movie Award since the start of his film career. I'm the conductor. I'm the one who makes the train movies. For what pecking reason would you settle for this peckneck? Now completely unhinged and not caring anymore, the conductor seems dead set on giving everyone here a migraine. He continues on, yelling at the top of his lungs, his screams echoing throughout the lobby. The Express Owls in the back look dreadful, almost as if they know their doom is coming, but you can't help but feel sorry for them. You can feel Grooves tap your shoulder and point back to his studio. Although you can't hear what he's saying, you get the idea. Alright. Either get out of Dodge, or dunk on him. If you dunk on him, there's no going back. But we gotta do it. We gotta do it. Neither Grooves, the Moon Penguins, or your wing kid hear what you say, but when you put up a single finger as the universal sign for wait, they look between each other with a touch of worry. You're already tired of the conductor when you heard him and Grooves arguing earlier. Now that he's screeching like a banshee at you, he's about to get a piece of your mind. You entered the Space Jam, you gotta do the dunk. Truer words have never been spoken. Turning around, you march up to the Yellowbird, covering your ears a bit harder with every step. You can still hear him loud and clear despite this. You're definitely gonna need some of those high-quality earplugs later. When you finally get close enough, the conductor trails off into a whisper, not expecting someone to confront him head-on. The Express Owls in the back are freaking out. You're about to try to negotiate with a living bomb to stop it from exploding. Putting on the same kind of smile he was wearing earlier, you fold your hands and talk directly to the bird that will most likely be the result of you needing hearing aids later in life. You know, it's funny how you call yourself the best despite yelling at your potential employees like this. Is this how you get new hires, screaming in their face? Is that your masterful strategy? Well, also, I think it's a bit ironic that you said Grooves has never made any good movies when there's some first-place trophies sitting on his side as well. Are you saying those are fakes? Let's not. Nope, you listen. I heard you screaming for almost an hour while I waited just to talk to you, so I'm done potentially going deaf thanks to you. I wanted to hang out with both you and DJ Grooves, but right now you made me completely lose any interest I had in you. I feel sorry for your employees who have to put up with you every day. Please, try to at least treat them a little better, alright? If just choosing Grooves over the conductor was a punch to the gut, this was an all-out attack on him. You could even see him stagger backwards a bit with each word, while the Express Owls winced with each blow dealt to their boss's ego. Tossing the match onto the fuse as one last hit, you turn around and flip the bird. What else? The bird. Have fun making your overdone trope of a movie, conductor. There isn't actually an explosion going off behind you with a loud air horn sound effect, but there totally is in your imagination right now. You can hear the conductor merely gape and awe at how you countered his verbal assault. The lobby waiting music stops, about to cycle to the next song, letting everyone properly take in how utterly dumbfounded you've left him. As you walk back to Grooves and his gang, you notice him putting his glasses back on frantically. He's wearing an expression of fear, excitement, and astonishment all at once, the same as the rest of the Moon Penguins. Darling, I have no words. Still with your back to the conductor, you get close to Grooves and frantically whisper, Can we please go, because I feel like I'm gonna collapse any second from my legs shaking so bad, please, let's go! Your heart is still racing, and with all your rage gone, what places it is your typical everyday anxiety. Fun. After taking a moment to process your quiet plea, Grooves nods and waves everyone at the door. So doing that gives you, no joke, negative 999 conductor affection points. Because there's no going back. Shutting the door behind you with both hands, you take a moment to breathe. Deep breath in and out. Wheeze! And absolutely fail. Yep, really. I can show you the bit from the code. But that's legit. You can't help it though, with what just happened, all that yelling and scolding, you've never gone through so much of that in your entire life. Keep in mind, most choices like that, that give you affection points for the characters range from like 5 to 10, sometimes 20 if you do something that really, really, they like or hate. But that, negative 999. You can feel your heart beating out of your chest as you push her back against the double doors. Sensing something is wrong, Groove slides over to you and kneels down at your side. You alright there, darling? Sorry about the conductor. He's got anger issues, to say the least. You dunk on the conductor, you cannot undunk. Just need to catch my breath. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Nothing you haven't done before. I could never thank you enough for joining me and my crew and lending us a hand. I know the scene out there was pretty intense, but I promise it'll be smooth sailing from now on. As a way of showing our gratitude. The director starts patting his jacket pockets looking for something. However, after checking his front, inside, back, and afro pockets, one of the Moon Penguins in the back speaks up. You got it, boss. Making their way through the crowd, the Moon Penguin walks up to you and hands you a small baggie containing 2 black foam earplugs with the DBS Studio logo on them. Just twist them up, put them in, and relish in that sweet silence. Taking the baggie and inspecting it closely for a moment, you smile and put it in your pocket for later use. Thank you. I'm going to assume I'll need these a lot here, huh? The longest time without needing them was 3 days, so to answer your question, yes. It's one of the more unfortunate parts of working here, but you'll get used to it. After the Moon Penguin steps to the side to get out of your way, Grooves gets back up on his platform shoes and reaches a hand down to you. I'll give you the grand tour. What do you say, darling? After finally managing to catch your breath, your anxiety has managed to calm down somewhat. You'll admit, being yelled at by a Scottish bird and being forced to choose who you wanted to hang out with was not how you were expecting to spend your day. Thankfully, Grooves himself seems like a nice guy, his caring attitude giving off a calming feeling. You're not sure if you're cut out for the movie business, but you're excited to get to know this director more. Nothing left to lose, you take DJ Grooves' hand. He pulls you to your feet, and after regaining your balance, the two of you smile at each other and let go. I'll show you the main dance floor first. That's what we do most of our practicing for the shoots. The mini penguin group clears a way for the both of you as you both start walking together. Behind the crowd of moon penguins, your wing kid is looking rather satisfied about the whole situation. Whether she's smug about her own abilities or respects you for managing to make it here, you're unsure. At the start of today, you were slightly worried about what exactly would happen if you went along with the kid's plan, but now? Maybe this won't be so bad after all. Oh yeah, day 1 complete. You wake up feeling refreshed and rested, oddly so given the irritating sound of your alarm ringing. There's something you were planning on doing today. What was it? Oh yeah, DJ Grooves. It's been 1 week since you started helping out DJ Grooves at Deadbird Studios. With a rush of energy, you leap out of bed and throw on your clothes, getting ready for the day at Mach speed. With a confident and speedy walk, you make your way to the cockpit. There's no time to lose. You walk out to your cockpit to find the 3 kids waiting for you, except this time a stranger is with them. Originally for this scene, the day was going to end with the MC trying on earplugs and would then go, then Groove said the most important thing you ever said and would never forget, and it's muffled because the MC has earplugs in. That's really good. Kinda wish we'd kept that in, but I don't know if it fits the scene that well. It's funny though. Hey Starlight, we have someone you should meet. Alright. Hackett takes your hand and leads you to a strange, liching entity with a staff, who you presume she led onto your ship. Hello, you may call me the Badge Seller. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Normally I sell badges, but the headed child here bought them all. However, since you are looking to befriend someone, I will help you instead. How so? You're curious. You already have 1 wingman. Are they going to follow you too? Yeah, Badge Seller's sprite looks really, really good. I really like it. It doesn't have any glitchy effects, but it's just kind of a work in progress. It's labeled as a placeholder, so it's probably a work in progress. But it looks really, really good already. I really like Badge Seller in this style. They look just really cool. I can offer you hints on how to get close to different people and find secrets. I'll stay here on your ship, so you may visit me at the start of each of your days. I see. Would you like a hint? Yeah. DJ Grooves is a very hard-working man. He's a rare one, accepting criticism but also unwarranted hatred. Make certain not to do the same. Do your best to keep to the script. It would be unwise for you to slack off as well. Alright, thanks. Please feel free to come back for more hints later. Now that you're done with the Badge Seller, you turn on your heels and stroll to your teleporter, inputting your destination. Oh yeah, that's true. That's totally true. I just kind of caught that. Oh, that's awesome. Oh. Do you know who did that sprite? Because that's really cool. I feel like I should compliment or shout them out now. But I don't know who did the Badge Seller sprite. Wait, I've got something important to teach you. You whirl around, raising an eyebrow. What is it? It's an alien bad word. You raise both your eyebrows. This kid knows alien swears. Alright, I'm all in. Teach me the naughty words. Hackett's mountains up and down with a mischievous glint in her eye. Okay, so it's peck. Peck is a bad word. DJ Grooves told me it's a bad word only old-fashioned people like to conduct their use. Huh. How do you use it? Can you give me an example? Peck! Peck it! Aw, peck! Picnic! You love this. This is the cutest thing you've ever seen. Well, peck you. Like that? Yeah, like that. This is the single most important thing you've taught me, Hat Kid. I'll be sure to use it responsibly. Hat Kid giggles. Okay. Now that you know your bird swear, you wave at your little wingman and she joins you in the teleporter. You smile as you whoosh away to Deadbird Studio below you, feeling confident. Touching down on the carpet beneath you and strolling through the automatic doors, you see that the studio lobby is the same as it always seems to be. Owls on one side, penguins on the other. You briefly wonder if the two groups have genuine animosity for the other, or if they've just been dragged into this feud, like you were. However, you don't get to ponder this for long as a penguin comes up to you and waves. Hey pal, you ready to help out with the filming today? Sure am. Your coworker leads you into the studio, leaving you a moment to reflect on your time here. Being a part of DJ Grooves' film crew has been quite the experience. While occasionally it could get a little bit stressful, you've mostly really enjoyed it. Also, look at this gorgeous background. That's gorgeous. I swear, some of the backgrounds are just so beautiful, they straight up look like screenshots, but they're not. They're just that good. Given that you're not exactly a filmmaking professional, you've mostly been asked to do a lot of things like keeping the sets clean or getting coffee for the actors. Still, despite not every one of your tasks being the most exciting, it's actually been a lot of fun. Seeing what goes on behind the scenes of making a movie has been really fascinating, plus not all of your assignments have been glorified errands either. For example, yesterday you assisted with the audio in a scene. It's funny, you thought something like this might be more complicated, but maybe using some state-of-the-art high-tech sound system. Instead, all you had to do was play a sound effects keyboard and then split for break. Turns out Grooves is rather thrifty when it comes to his filmmaking equipment. Speaking of the Penguin himself. Good morning, darling. Now let's all have ourselves a little rest before we move on. You don't mind if we take a break before we get to work, do you, Starlight? The penguins in the recording studio all sigh in relief, some of them lying on the ground. How long have they been here? Sounds good to me, especially since you seem pretty tired. Everything okay, DJ Grooves? Oh, yes, I'm perfectly fine, darling. Don't you worry. I just didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night, that's all. We're a little behind schedule, so I pulled an all-nighter to develop the film and make sure everything still gets finished on time. While listening to him, you unconsciously lean on the keyboard you used the day before, accidentally pressing the key that plays the sound of an audience booing. You expect an awkward silence after that, but Grooves ends up letting out a small laugh instead. Cracking a smile, you get an idea, hovering a finger over a button on the keyboard to make another noise. Got crash, boo, foop, foop. This is like a fart noise. I can't do it. Like, yeah, like that. And, or a second thought, maybe not. So I'm gonna go with crash. You press the key and a comical noise of a crash accompanied by a yelp plays, which makes DJ Grooves laugh heartily. That's the sound of the conductor's movie hitting the box office. It's gonna be a real train wreck. Oh my, darling, you've got an excellent sense of humor. Play that again for me. You push the button and the crash plays out again, causing a moon penguin behind you to chuckle. DJ Grooves bursts out in joyous laughter, which makes you laugh as well. However, before you can do anything else, a couple of familiar faces burst into the room. Whirlcoma or Venus. I have not met them, unless I have, and I just don't recognize their handle. So Whirlcoma aka Venus. Amazing job on the Bad Seller sprite. I hope you continue to make the rest, because they're very, very awesome. Oh, give me your contract. Them. Okay, yeah. I've sort of run into them. I've sort of run into him. Sorry. Yeah, amazing work. Round of applause. It's Cooking Cat and Hat Kid. The two of them are carrying trays of delicious-looking snacks and freshly squeezed lemonade. Cooking Cat approaches you with a smile, offering both you and DJ Grooves a glass while Hat Kid hands out snacks to the moon penguins. Hey there, DJ Grooves, Starlight. We thought we'd drop by and offer you all a little help since you've been working so hard. Wow, thanks, Cooking Cat. Her, yes. Cat's so cute. She's so precious. Oh, bless you, darling. You're a lifesaver. Oh, it's nothing, sugar. Anyway, how's the film coming along? Say it's great. It's looking great. I'm really proud I got to work on it, just like I'm proud of getting to work on this game. Your words make DJ Grooves beam. Cooking Cat smiles warmly. Well, I'm real excited to see it then. If it's anything like that one movie you made, DJ Grooves, I'm sure it'll be fantastic. I think it was called There's Something About Canary. Upon mention of the film's title, the entire room goes silent. DJ Grooves' smile drops for just a moment before coming back. Oh, well, I've moved on from comedy these days. But I'm sure you'll love this new film, darling. It's far better than my early work. You don't say. Well, I'm looking forward to it even more now. Anyway, I think we'd best head out. I've still got a lot of work to do back in Mafia Town. Feel free to come see me if you're ever in the neighborhood, sugar. You wave as Cooking Cat and Hat Kid leave. See you guys later. Bye, darling. Bye, Starlight. Bye, DJ Grooves. Have fun with the rest of the movie. Once the two of them are out the door, you see DJ Grooves become somber again. It makes you uneasy and you don't like it. What's wrong, DJ Grooves? He sighs, pulling up a chair for you to sit in before sitting down himself. Here, take a seat, Starlight. Let's have a little heart-to-heart. Sort of, I like how it was we kind of ended up making sort of an unintentional reference to that, but it's kind of fun. I should tell you about that movie. You sit down and fidget a bit with a spare hum on your clothes, wondering just how bad it could be. There's Something About Canary is an old movie I made many, many years ago. I was new to filmmaking back then. I wasn't sure about the direction I wanted to take my movies yet. Given I was so inexperienced, my movies weren't very popular. Come on, is it really that bad? Let's just say not many birds think jokes about gas are very funny. A devious thought crosses your mind. Press the fart button or keep listening. It's really hard not to, it's always really hard not to push the button, but it's rude. We gotta keep listening. We gotta keep listening like a good egg. No, you really shouldn't. That'd be insult to injury. You nod sympathetically, and DJ Groove stands up, smiling once again. But the past is in the past, Alan. That's why I've got to work hard in the present. Now excuse me for just a moment. I gotta take a little bathroom break. Once I get back, we can finally wrap up production. Yeah. When we were doing a sort of dev playtesting last night, we kept the person who was screen sharing wasn't clicking through. They were like double clicking a touchpad, and it sounded like a heartbeat every time they advanced the text. So that made that part extra more like a heart-to-heart. Awesome. DJ Groove strolls off with his usual style and flair, while you watch, still quite impressed. How does he move so gracefully in those platform shoes? As you wait for DJ Grooves to come back, a moon penguin approaches you with lemonade still in hand, reminding you to finish your glass. So, Starlight, I guess you've noticed how much DJ Grooves cares about his movies. Yeah, they're his passion, aren't they? The penguin nods. They're giant Heelys. You know what? Headcanon accepted. I completely buy that. That seems very DJ Grooves. He works really hard to make the most inspirational, uplifting movies he can. Truly amazing how much he cares. But sometimes, I think he cares too much, you know? We all get concerned. He's what you might call a workaholic. So go easy on him, Starlight. Night. You nod back to the bird affirmatively. Alright, Cutting you off, you hear DJ Grooves emerge from the bathroom. The penguin you were talking to leaves to resume their work. Alright, everyone, let's wrap up this movie. You hear several penguins cheer as you go back to your sound keyboard to do your part. The work is long and hard, but DJ Grooves does an excellent job at keeping the mood light and spirits high. Thanks to him, the crew is able to work together without a hitch. It's amazingly inspiring. A far cry from employment on your home planet. You've never been part of such a supportive workplace. After several hours of hard work, reviewing, editing, and making certain everything is ready, you hear DJ Grooves make an announcement. Hey, here's another sprite I drew. Finally get to use. I did like 3. We didn't really end up needing the 3rd, so I didn't really finish it. So I really just, I've really only done 2 so far, but I've got some ideas for the others, and I'm really excited to do them. So that's a wrap, everybody. Disco Stars is complete. Give yourselves a hand. All you darlings more than deserve it. The whole room claps and cheers, yourself included. As you applaud, DJ Grooves makes his way over to you. Excellent work, darling. We couldn't have done this without you. We're all done with our movie well before the annual Bird Movie Awards. Well, that conductor still isn't even halfway through. Listen, you can even hear him making a ruckus right now. Everyone goes quiet. It turns out you can, in fact, hear the conductor faintly yelling from the lobby. Thankfully, the studio door muffles his eternal shouting to a reasonable volume. You can all go home and rest now. Be proud of yourselves because you've done some fabulous work. Why not walk into the lobby, Starlight? Sure. Upon arriving in the lobby, you notice the conductor is gone. The door to his side of the studio swinging on its hinges. Looks like you got lucky. Before you head out, darling, I'd like to invite you to our rap dance party. Oh? There won't be any contests or anything, just all of us can just relax and have fun. We deserve a celebration. I'll have to think about it. Hope to see you there, darling. You smile and wave at DJ Grooves before whipping out your keys and hitting the button. Once you've retreated back to your spaceship, you immediately flop down onto your bed, feeling exhausted yet fulfilled. Man, what a day. The last thought to cross your mind before you almost instantly fall asleep is wondering, for better or worse, if every day will be like this from now on. Day complete. Thank you so much for playing the alpha test build of The Date and Time. This is only a taste of what's to come, but we put our hearts into what we have so far. We've worked hard and we hope you enjoyed it.
So that was the first 2 days of DJ Grips' route. It is super cute. Alright, let's see what else we got. I want a pair of Heelys too. So we don't need to go through the intro again. We'll just go back to the Wing Kid selection. And I think, since we can't do the conductor yet, we'll do either Cooking Cat or Mafia Boss. I liked Sherm's idea of doing Cooking Cat with Bo Kid and then Mafia Boss with Mustache Girl. So let's do that. We'll start with Mafia Boss because we just picked like a cute character, and let's go with somebody a little bit less wholesome. Mix things up a bit. Go, Dayton team, go. Thank you. You point at Mustache Girl. I pick you then. You said you want to be the hero and right wrongs. That sounds like fun. Mustache Girl's eyes widen in surprise before she grins. Well, really? Well, alright then. Let's go, Starlight, and let's save the world. We'll both be heroes before we know it. You grin and high-five Mustache Girl. Oh yeah. Okay, so now we just need to figure out where we're going. Yeah, Hat Kid drew a picture of where you can go. She even nodded and who will be there. So it's up to you. Mafia Town. I'll pick Mafia Town. Sounds like a fun place. Mustache Girl grins wide and pumps her fist in the air. Yes, I knew you'd pick Mafia Town. See, that's my hometown. You consider this new information, your brow rising in surprise. You thought the 3 kids were all space travelers. Mustache Girl pulls you to the teleporter, interrupting your thoughts. Hacky keys in your destination while Bo Kid waves. Let's take back Mafia Town, Starlight. You give Mustache Girl a high five as her teleporter whirs to life and sends the both of you down to the town below. You find yourself in a gorgeously sunny place with seagulls flying all through the air. The smell of salty ocean air. Blah, blah, blah. You find yourself in a gorgeously sunny place with seagulls flying through the air. The smell of salty ocean air and a refreshing breeze. Welcome to Mafia Town. Let's make it count. You nod. Hey, since I know this place like the back of my hand, why don't I let you take the lead? Don't worry, I'll stand nearby if there's trouble. Sounds like a plan. So just let me explore at my own pace? Yep. Gotta get you acquainted with the world before we save it. I'll try to... we did... I thought I fixed that. Dang it. A little typo there. It's supposed to be Mustache Girl saying that. Okay. You glance around and start looking around at this. You glance around and start looking around at the surroundings, finding that you have many places to explore. All around are guys in blue suits and aprons who you assume to be the mafia that the red-coated chef leads. Looks like you're free to explore as you wish. There are nifty-looking areas in all directions. Where do we go? Let's go to the beach. You run around the town, eventually making your way to a beach on the far side of the island. It's warm and sunny, and the sparkling waters look inviting. However, there are a bunch of mafia goons around. One of them approaches you. Who are you? You are not Mafia. You do not get to enjoy Mafia Beach unless you pay toll to Mafia. Actually, I know your boss. Actually, I met your boss yesterday at Hat Kid's birthday party. You're hoping that they'll let you slide in if you're nice. You are a friend of small-headed child and boss, and that boss Mafia sees. You must be friend of Mafia. What is your name? I'm Starlight. Nice to meet you. I am Mafia. All is on beach on also Mafia. Nice to meet you, Mafia. You are free to enjoy Mafia Beach. Thanks. You do know those guys are thugs and criminals, right, Starlight? Wait, what? Yeah, this place wasn't always Mafia Town. They called it now though because they took it over by force. That's why I've been rebelling against them. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Mustache Girl looks a little peeved. She sighs and shrugs. Well, you are new around here. I guess you wouldn't know. So I guess I can forgive you this time. But since we're here, why don't we take and enjoy the beach before we continue? It's one of the nicest spots around. Okay, sounds good. Alright, let's play tag. Mustache Girl taps your leg and then runs, giggling. Tag, you're it! Hey, no fair! You run and chase after her, playing tag for a good while until the both of you get tired out and decide to go back to your tour. Where do we go? Balcony. After some wandering, you find yourself at a balcony where a single Mafia member is sitting, gazing out at the view. Looking out, you can see kites flying in the sky, hot air balloons floating lazily. Through the thin atmosphere of the sky, you can see the moon and other planets in the solar system, as well as many stars. You can even see your own ship. It's absolutely beautiful, leading you to sit down in order to take in this view. You're lost in thought for a few minutes before a voice makes you jump and you turn to look at the source. It's beautiful, is it not? Mafia finds Mafia Town view to always be amazing. It really is a beautiful sight. Mafia is glad that you agree, or else Mafia would have to punch you. Also, you did an amazing job with those outlines, Fly. Just saying. What brings you to Mafia Town, strange alien? Hat Kid dragged me along. Hat Kid roped me into exploring this planet after a birthday party, basically. You hear your Winked chuckle. That isn't even wrong. Ah, you know the little hatted child. I see. Well, she did beat up Mafia's boss. She did also get boss's body back. Mafia is confused on whether or not to be punching hatted child. Well, her birthday was yesterday, so maybe don't? Hatted child will be spared this time, for birthday. You breathe a sigh of relief as you leave to resume exploring. Where do you go? Observatory. While exploring the alleyways and streets of Mafia Town, you find yourself going up some stairs. At the top you find a purple building decorated with golden stars and moons, with a telescope emerging from the roof aimed at the sky. Amazed, you look for and locate a door and try it. Unfortunately, it's locked. Sighing, you walk around it, only to run into a person who, surprisingly, doesn't seem to be from the Mafia. You fall backward comedically. The stranger reaches out a hand to help you up. Whoa there, buddy. Sorry if I was in your way. I didn't see you coming. So this tourist, he has sort of like it's almost like a Minnesota accent. I've never been to Minnesota. I don't know that accent super well, but I'll try. Are you alright? It's okay. I wasn't looking where I was going. I'm fine. Stranger helps you up and you dust yourself off as he smiles. Good, I was afraid you'd gotten hurt. You can call me the tourist. What's your name? I'm Starlight. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. So what brings you to Mafia Town? I'm exploring the planet, making friends, that kind of thing. Oh, so you're a tourist too. Cool. I'm here on vacation, but that gosh darn Steve from accounting had to one-up me on his vacation destination. So I'm trying to take better pictures than Steve ever could. Nod. Say, from one tourist to another, is there something really cool in Mafia Town to explore? I'm curious. Tourist stops to think for a moment. Well, there's the Mafia headquarters. You can use that cannon over there to blast you right up there. I went up there once, but they wouldn't let me in. I just really wanted to take pictures. You make a face and stop for a moment. The cannon? Is that safe? Yeah, it's actually pretty fun. Huh, guess I'll give it a try then. Wish me luck. Good luck. You walk over to the cannon the tourist pointed to and look at your wing kid who flashes you a thumbs up. Well, if you've been told it's safe, it's worth a shot. Heh, shot. You lift the lid and climb into the cannon, and just when you get comfortable, boom! You're ejected straight upwards with incredible force. You scream as you shoot high into the sky. Ah! At the apex of your flight, you see a large building appear in front of you on a platform suspended by a geyser. You scream again as you begin to descend, falling down. Ah! You land on the platform, face planting ungracefully onto some red carpet. You lay there uselessly as you take stock of yourself. Somehow you're miraculously completely undamaged. Your face is just a little sore. You hear another cannon shot and lift your head just in time to see your wing kid land in front of you. You get up as she runs ahead to the guards in front of the building's entrance, presumably to get them to let you in. You follow her, and the guards move out of the way, letting you in to see the inside of the Mafia's mysterious headquarters. Well, you weren't sure what you were expecting out of the Mafia headquarters, but this wasn't exactly it. It's a dimly lit casino and restaurant that smells strongly of cigar smoke, fish, and spaghetti. Worst of all, it's not even good spaghetti. The Mafia goons watch as you warily as you enter. You glance around, not entirely sure what to do while you're here. You were just kind of flying by the seat of your pants. You didn't think you'd get this far. As you wander about, a goon approaches you. What is your business in Mafia headquarters, alien and little child? You look as the guy decide fast. We're here to see the boss. Well, Mafia boss lives at Mafia HQ, right? I figured I'd come by and talk to him. He seemed pretty interesting. If you're being honest with yourself, you'd kind of like to get to know him more. Ah, you are here to see the boss. Go straight ahead, into the theater. But do not disrespect boss of Mafia, or all of Mafia will come in to punch you. Oh, alright. The goon walks away. You start to walk onwards, but your wing kid jumps in front of you to block your way. You what? You want to hang out with them? Mustache Girl looks at you incredulously, fire and fury burning behind her eyes as her expression conveyed disgust and shock. She groans loudly and a bit melodramatically while dragging her hands down her face. After taking a moment to compose herself, she shuffles over to the theater and huffs. Fine. If you want to hang out with bad guys, we will. We can use the time to gather intel, find their weaknesses. I already happen to know their boss is scared of Jaws. Can't imagine how that happened, huh? Something about the way she's giggling maniacally as she runs ahead suggests she can, in fact, imagine why. You and your smaller friend make your way through the theater, skirting along the edges not to disturb the Mafia goons around. She seems to know exactly where she's headed, fortunately for you, considering you already feel lost just looking at this place. Given how huge it is, getting separated in here is the last thing you want to do. It doesn't take long for her to wave you into a dark passageway at the back of the theater. A big grin is plastered into her face as you go through the thick curtains she's holding open for you. Once inside, you rub your eyes to help them adjust to your dark surroundings and try to make sense of what you're seeing. There are thick crimson velvet curtains draping down from the ceiling to the checkered tile floors. A long red carpet is spread down the hallway beneath your feet. Lining the walls are several comically large portraits of the Mafia boss and some of his goons. Man, what a nerd. The kid with you starts slapping your arm quietly but frantically while pointing down the corridor. There looks to be a throne resting at the center of a massive pile of golden coins adorned with stars. 7,878, 7,879, 7,880, 7,881. You hear someone counting, the clink of metal hitting metal following each other. What? That's it? Last month we got nearly twice as much. Citizens have no respect for Mafia these days. We take over islands and sell stinky fish. So what? Have we not made Mafia Town better? The chorus of affirmative grunts and cheers from several goons around the chair fill the hall. So I don't know if you noticed, but that way's the boss. Mustache Girl chuckles and scratches the back of her head as she looked out towards the group of Mafia. Did I mention he's got a temper and he'll get really mad at the slightest insult? She shrugs as if she's faced worse. It's only the Mafia. They'll only kill you if you screw up. No big deal. Don't worry, Starlight. I don't think they've spotted us yet, but we should probably figure out what we're going to get past them and get straight to the boss. Or out of here, I guess, if you want to wimp out. Go say hi. What could go wrong? Say hi? That's your big plan? You nod and lead the way, stepping out into the open as so the Mafia could see you before giving them a quick wave. Hi there. Mustache Girl groans audibly and drags her hand down her face before joining you, silently regretting her choice to tag along. Sorry, Mustache Girl. Well, what do we have here? A little girl and a rat. Surround them, men. Do not let them escape. He clasps his hands and suddenly a wave of blue surrounds the two of you, blocking off your view of everything but their boss. He steps off his crimson throne and slides down his massive mound of coins before lumbering up to you and pointing the strangest rolling pin you've ever seen in your face. You rat! What are you doing in Mafia headquarters? He gives your shoulders a few quick pokes and taps the top of your head, making you wince and pull away in annoyance. You are not Mafia. You are weak, like a little baby. Explain yourselves and be quick. You'll make me lose count of my earnings. You mean your muggings, boss? The boss's features fall flat as he lets out a disgruntled sigh. Yes, the muggings. Now, where were we? Just get to the questions already. You just get to the questions already. Mafia boss sneers and pulls his rolling pin back, leaving it to hang idly at his side while he looks you over. The rat has spunk. You want to turn to the chase? Good. Let's begin. What is your name? This is such a good joke option, but it's negative points, so. It's Starlight. I know, you told me in the little hat girl's spaceship yesterday. Oh, typo there, needs an apostrophe. I also know that you only arrived a moment before that party. And I know that you and this child have been snooping around Mafia Town. He smirks at your puzzled expression and balances his rolling pin on the tip of his index finger. Do not look so surprised. Mafia has eyes everywhere. There are no secrets here. Now why did you come here? To join the Mafia! We want to join the Mafia! Wait, what? Mustache Girl sure to accost a glare. She clearly doesn't like where this is headed and makes sure to let you know in a hushed voice. This better be a plan to trick them, Starlight, otherwise I promise you're going to regret it. I couldn't talk to me there for a minute. Otherwise, I promise you're going to regret it. Can't cockney. I'm sorry. Join Mafia. Mafia boss's eyes widen an imperceivable amount as he glances over you and your pal. You too, Mafia? He lets out a wheezy laugh, shaking his head in disbelief, but you stand your ground firmly. You are serious? You are but tiny, pathetic, weak, and she is a mere child. You and her cross your arms and huff defiantly at the same time, glaring daggers at the boss. He seems to think about something for a moment before bursting into an uproarious laughter and turns to make his way back up to his chair. So you want to be Mafia? We shall see. Mafia takes initiation quite seriously. You must prove yourselves first. Once he is settled back in his chair, he gives another quick wave to the lingering Mafia men and dismisses them. A good majority of them leave the hall together, much to your relief. Altogether. However, a few stick around to look menacing and block all your potential means of escape. Now, have you come with donation for Mafia? Yes. Mafia boss looked pleased by your response. Mustache Girl, on the other hand, does not. Do you even have any of this planet's money? Something about her angrily hissed whisper tells you she's upset. Haha, no. She facepalms, letting the smack resonate throughout the massive hall before forking over an armful of pawns to pay off the boss and his goons before things get sour. Good choice. Your donation is going to good cause. It is Mafia. Ha! Mafia boss sits silently for a moment, thinking deeply about something as he scratches the side of his head with a rolling pin. You're just starting to think that you're totally screwed when he shoots his free hand out and barks an order to his men. Place them in the holding cell. You mean the one by the stinky bathroom, boss? He drags his hand down his face and grumbles a quiet yes before a disproportionately large hand reaches out and plucks you from the ground by the collar of your shirt. You glance over to find your friend in a similar situation. She looks far more upset that she's being carried around than you feel. Fortunately for you both, the trip is short, only a brisk walk down the hall and through the casino before you're haphazardly tossed into a tiny cell next to a boarded-up bathroom. Yep, I made the right choices, but if I hadn't and we didn't have enough affection points for the Mafia boss, he instead just kicks you out and then you're locked out of his route. So that can happen. You don't even have a chance to stand up before the bars slam against the ground, locking both you and her inside. Whoops. Well, are you happy now, Starlight? I told you they were just a bunch of big bullies, but no, you wanted to play with the Mafia. Mustache Girl spends a few more minutes mocking you before groaning loudly and placing her hands on her hips. Lucky you, I happen to know a way out of this mess. So if you go, how do we get out? You escape. And you abandon Mafia Boss's route, you're locked out of it. But if you think you want to stay... Mustache Girl's eye twitches. You want to stay? With them? She seems to be at a cross between astonishment and fury, but she shakes it off quickly and gives a defiant huff. Fine, do whatever you want. Don't come crying to me when they take all your stuff. I'll beat you up, though. Yep, for Mafia Boss, it's all or nothing. Mustache Girl grabs one of the planks propped up against the wall before pushing it through the slits in the bars and carefully aiming towards a totally inconspicuous red and yellow button on the floor. One well-guided throw later and the button is pressed, lifting up the bars. Mustache Girl escapes, but before she takes off, she pushes the button again to put the bars back down, leaving you in the cell alone. A few minutes later, the Mafia goons return, deep scowls accentuating their puffy eyes and heavily shadowed features. Long story short, they don't look too happy. Boss tells us to speak with you. They stay silent for a moment, as if awaiting some form of response. All you manage is a meek nod. He has one question for you, little alien. He points directly to your face and brings his hulking form closer to the bars, peering down on you with a severe expression while the entourage of other Mafia stand around him. Do you want to join Mafia? The question catches you off guard for a second. Honestly, it was probably the last thing you would have guessed he'd say, all things considered. You're too busy reeling from shock to realize that you haven't yet answered him until he asks once again. I said, do you want to join Mafia? There's no saying no. Yes, definitely, absolutely. There's probably well over 1,000 pounds of muscle standing around you ominously, carrying enough power in their enormous fists to send you light years across space in the blink of an eye. Blink of a black eye, oh, yeah, it's even better. No is not an option. The Mafia look positively giddy by your confirmation, though, hopping up and down like little kids while clapping their hands. Alright, just say Mafia is best and you become the littlest Mafia recruit. Is that easy? Mafia is best. There's no other choice. Whether or not your heart is in it, saying a few words is a lot easier. Whether or not your heart is in it, saying a few words is a lot easier than taking a Mafia punch to the face. Whatever trepidation you felt, though, melts away as the Mafia begin to applaud wildly, clearly elated that you have a new member join their ranks. Before you know it, you're swept up in their arms and being carried away. You are Mafia's first initiate since we came to Island. You hear one of the men exclaim jovially, followed by a chorus of cheers. It's kind of cute, honestly, seeing these big guys act so soft and happy over getting a new member. Maybe being Mafia won't be so bad. They aren't quite sure when you stop paying attention to the route they were taking, but before too long they set you down in a cozy little room with a soft bed, a nice concrete floor, and a giant quaint wall of iron bars. Oh, another holding cell. Sensing your immediate shift from excitement to concern, one of the Mafia goons steps forward, holding up his hands defensively while he speaks. Shush, shush. It's okay, little Mafia. It's only temporary. Tomorrow you become full-fledged Mafia, but tonight... He gestured the room with a wide sweep of his hands. You stay here. It's only to prevent sabotage. Boss does not want saboteurs. Yeah. That's super cute about Cooking Cat. We'll do her right after Mafia Boss. We're almost done with his day one. You nod meekly and pat that surprisingly plush bed. One night in a less than second-rate prison cell probably won't be too bad. Mafia looked relieved to see you cooperating and smiled brightly before bringing you an extra blanket and pillow. How accommodating. If little Mafia need anything, just give shout. And with that, you're locked in, sealed away in a tiny prison cell somewhere deep inside Mafia HQ. No big deal. This isn't even the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you. At any rate, joining the Mafia probably isn't the worst thing you could do on your second day on a new planet. You basically got hired right away, way easier than the interview process back home. With little else to do, you decide to go to sleep, wondering why you're doing any of this as you drift into a restless slumber. Ooh. Day complete. Look, you groan softly as you roll onto your side, stretching and wincing as your back pops. That plush bed you fell asleep on doesn't seem so nice anymore. With a deep yawn and a few more prolonged stretches, you manage to pull yourself upright and blink slowly as the room comes into focus. Yep, you're still in a little prison cell. Nope, wasn't all a crazy dream. Quick peek out of the tiny window above your sad excuse for a bed reveals that it's well into the morning already. The sun is shining brightly overhead and there's a gentle breeze blowing in the sense of the ocean, stinky fish and all. It must have let you sleep in, which seems like an odd thing for the Mafia to do for a new recruit. Hopping off your bed, you look around, confirming that neither your friend nor any Mafia goons are around. However, you discover that the door to your cell isn't actually locked. Escaping would be relatively simple, assuming there was really no one around. You book it, look for the boss, you sit and wait. We sit and wait like a good egg. Or bad egg in this case, because we're Mafia. You sit back down on your bed and fiddle with whatever you can get your hands on. The blanket, some loose stuffing, a frayed hem on your shirt, whatever. Yep, no whole all or nothing if it replies big time. You go on Mafia Boss's route, you don't get to go back to the ship, you don't get any more Wing Kid interaction, you don't get any badge seller hints. You are all in. It's a unique thing about Mafia Boss's route, and Empress's route will probably have similar aspects, because criminal leaders, criminal organization. Several minutes later, a startled gasp makes you snap your head up and see a pleasantly surprised Mafia goon staring at you through the bars. That's such a good sprite. Little Mafia is still here. Usually Citizen leaves when Mafia turns back. Nope, I'm still here. He throws the unlocked door open and beams happily, waving you out of the small cell and into the narrow corridor. Let us go, little Mafia. Boss will be pleased to see you stayed. Even though you're completely willing to walk there with the Mafia, the goon picks you up over his shoulder like a sack of potatoes, which makes you grunt in surprise. Wait, why are you carrying me? It's Mafia tradition. Also, carrying people is fun. The goons are so cute. On this route, at least, when they're not trying to beat you up, they're pretty adorable. The goon takes you into the room to Mafia Boss, who is sitting in his chair looking a little sleepy. Did he just wake up? As you're sat down gently by the Mafia, you dust yourself off as the Mafia Boss yawns and rises from his chair. Are you ready for your initiation, little alien? You nod, feeling oddly excited for it. After all, it is a brand new experience for you, having never joined a criminal organization before. I'm ready. Such confidence. Well then, let us be off. You're picked up with ease by a pair of goons again and carried into the main hallway of the HQ where you're put down again. Let me introduce you to a few of my most valuable members of the Mafia. This is Larry, that is George, that is Ivan, and this is Hernandez. Each Mafia goon waves at you as their names are spoken. You blink. All of them look exactly the same. I guess you could say it's a more difficult route, yeah, because you don't have hints, and there's a decent bit of fail conditions from what I remember. There'll be one there was a bunch of fail conditions just getting here. But, yeah, I guess you could say it's a little bit more difficult. All of them look exactly the same. Now let me show you where the magic happens. Follow me, Starlight. Mafia boss walks on ahead of you and you follow. He leads you back behind the bar through a door and into the kitchen. It's the most disgusting kitchen you've ever seen. You think to yourself that it's probably violating all of the health codes. Every single health code. Snatcher is probably the most difficult route, but this is mainly a commitment route, hard mode, since you're actively pursuing a known villain. Nope, you don't get a wing kit anymore if you take Mafia Boss route, even if you don't pick Mustache Girl. No matter who it is, even if you pick Hack Kid or Bo Kid 2, they abandon you by this point. Fortunately, the boss is facing away from you, gesturing Glenn into various appliances and features of the kitchen. This is where we make our delicious food. Only the finest seafood spaghetti and gourmet meats exit this kitchen. I see that. Yeah, Mafia goods are now wing kits, pretty much. Pretty much. What you actually see is a sizable cockroach on a counter, bigger than you've ever seen before on any planet. You make a note to yourself to never even think of consuming the Mafia's food. Even just the thought makes you feel sick. Because they don't want to stay in the cell overnight. I don't blame them. The boss moves you onward through a door in the kitchen into a glimmering freezer, which makes you shiver immediately and making him laugh heartily. Everything is frozen and glistening in the light. The fish being preserved in the freezer are enormous, bigger than 3 Mafia goons in a trench coat. This is the freezer. All of our fresh fish goes in here. To wait until we're ready to cook it into our special Mafia food. Makes sense. You're shivering so much that you have trouble talking. How in the world did they get this freezer to work so efficiently? You're finally let out of the freezer, through the kitchen and back into the HQ proper, where you're taken to the casino side. Now that you have seen where the food gets made, it is time for your uniform. Hernandez, bring out spare uniform. Quick as a flash, you see the goon that you assume is Hernandez disappear and reappear with a uniform in his hands. Mafia points to the bathrooms. Now go out and try it on. I want to see how it looks on you. Take the uniform from Hernandez and walk into the bathroom, putting on the uniform only to find one problem. It's way too big for you. These guys are so huge and beefy, the fabric is pretty much draping off of you. Not like there's anything you can do about it, though. You walk out of the bathroom feeling awkward. Mafia boss looks you up and down. His expression doesn't change. What do you think, new recruit? So here's a hint, so you don't actually get hints for this route. Here's a hint from me. Mafia boss does not like yes men. Be honest with him. It'll get you farther. It's a bit big, don't you think? Saying it makes you feel a bit anxious, but you breathe a sigh of release when the boss nods. I agree, you are much smaller than the rest of the Mafia. Your uniform will have to be tailored. Go take it off. Ivan will measure you and fix it. Oh, you're not mad? Mafia boss looks taken aback. No, nobody likes a yes man, little alien. It's best for you to be honest with me and your fellow Mafia. It avoids problems. Yep. Yeah, even if you agree with him, he still says nobody likes a yes man, so it still kind of gives you the hint. But yeah, you get more points if you're honest. Either way, though, you get the hint, and because he says he doesn't like yes men. That's actually a very reasonable response and a reasonable policy. Huh. I'll definitely keep that in mind. You walk into the bathroom and take off the new uniform, then come back out in your old clothes. The goon, who you presume is Ivan, approaches you with some measuring tape and takes your measurements. He then grabs the uniform and rushes off, leaving you to stand there awkwardly as you wait for him to fix your clothes. So, boss? Yes, little alien? What's this initiation all about? The question makes the Mafia boss grin widely. You will see for yourself, Starlight. You had best be prepared for whatever we throw at you. You gulp and nod nervously. Thankfully, Ivan quickly comes back with your uniform. You change into it in the bathroom, marvel at how fast the goon was able to fix it. The uniform fits like a glove, the blue stripes and red tie flattering you nicely. It shows in your confidence as you stroll out of the bathroom. You look darn good. Good, it suits you well, as I anticipated, because it's a suit, so it suits you well. Now let us get down to business. Follow me, new recruit. You're led out of the HQ in general and out, all the way to the edge of the platform where Mafia Boss gestures at the view of Mafia Town below. There's something amazing about Mafia Town. Maybe it's the sunshine, the breeze, the smell of the sea salt in the air. This is Mafia Town. It is our city. It belongs to us. By joining the Mafia, it is now yours as well, Starlight. Wow. Are you ready for your initiation? Yes? You see Mafia Boss grin before feeling a push on your back, causing you to fall and plummet off the platform, screaming all the way down. Splash! You land in the ocean surrounding Mafia Town. Once you manage to make your way to the shore, another splash soaks you again, making you sputter. Ha ha ha! Did I surprise you, new recruit? Mafia Boss seems to have jumped down after you, now that both of you were soaked. You screamed like little child as you fell, but do not worry, tiny alien. Gravity is very friendly here. You will not get injured just from falling. Well, that's a relief. You breathe a sigh of relief as you climb into the shore and stand up. Well, that's a relief. I was really scared there. Mafia Boss climbs out of the water and shakes himself off like a dog, spraying you with yet more water. Great. I could tell, the look on your face was priceless. But now you know to have no fear, so do not worry. You frown, a bit peeved at Mafia Boss. A bit peeved while Mafia Boss laughs, but you end up laughing it off yourself. No harm, no foul, you suppose. Led by Mafia Boss and a few goons, you're shown around town with all the fixtures you saw on your way in, the balcony, the observatory. As you roam, you can't help but notice the damage to the town. Collapsed roof, unfinished construction, water leaks. Isn't the Mafia going to do something about this? Or are they the cause of the damage? As you ponder this, you see Cooking Cat and the 3 kids hanging out. Smile and try to wave at them, only to see Mafia Boss notice and stop you. Mafia, go show those kids they are not welcome during the initiation. Before you object, 3 goons run up to them. Meanwhile, the boss takes you by the arm and leads you to the docks with the rest of the goons. As you arrive, you see a familiar face. It's the tourist. He's taking pictures of the amazing ocean view, blissfully unaware of the goons approaching him until it's too late. Oh no, please wait! Leave me alone! I didn't do anything! This is Mafia's beach, tourist, and it looks like you didn't pay the toll. You know how this ends. The goons all clench their fists, preparing to mug the tourist. However, Mafia Boss gets an idea and orders them to stop. Wait, we have a new recruit. Why don't you do it this time, Starlight? You freeze, and so does the tourist, who only notices you just now. What? You heard me. You do it this time. Let's see what you've got. You look at the tourist nervously as the goons begin to cheer for you and encourage you to attack him. What will you do? Give him the old 1-2. Give him a sly wink. Or protest openly. This one's a bad idea. Don't do that. Let's use a little bit of brain power here. Well, you don't have much prowess at brawn, so maybe your brains have more to offer. You give the tourist a sly wink before approaching him, grabbing his collar. What's the big idea, pal? You're supposed to pay the toll around here. Thankfully, the tourist catches on immediately, pretending to be scared. Please, have mercy. I won't do it again. Apologies ain't good enough for the Mafia, pal. Yeah, this isn't right here as a potential bad end. Yeah, if you'd protested, it's a bad end. You begin to feign punching the tourist who plays along, flinching and crying out in fake pain as the Mafia goons cheer you on. Take a handful of pawns from the tourist with a wink and walk back to the boss proudly. He looks relatively impressed with you as the tourist walks away without a single injury. Good job, Starlight. You're unnatural. I knew you had potential. No, thank you, boss. That was fun. Mafia Boss takes you by the arm and starts to lead you back to the headquarters with a smile on his face. That improv class stuff is coming in handy. I have big plans for you, Starlight. I think you'll be our most valuable member in no time. Really? You think so? Mafia Boss seems quite happy with your performance. It's a huge relief if you're being honest. Yes, I can see the hidden potential in you. All we must do is develop your skills. After all, you've committed to the craft. You didn't back down. As far as I am concerned, you're on the track to greatness. I see. Now you're really beginning to worry. What have you gotten yourself into, Starlight? Day 2 end. Yep. And that's what we got from Mafia Boss so far. A different kind of route than the others because of the lack of... You get cut off from the ship and the wing kids and the bad seller and all that jazz. And the hints are given a little bit differently. So, what happens when you try to date a criminal? Anyway, now let's do a Cooking Cat with Bo Kid. The other half of the Mafia Town routes. You point at Bo-Kid. I pick you then. You seem very sweet and laid back, so Bo-Kid erupts into a joyful smile. I'll do my best, Starlight. Let's make friends together. You find yourself smiling. You made a good choice. Yeah. Okay, now we need to decide where we're going. Yes, I've read your outline twice. It's super, super good. It's really great. Hackett drew some pictures of where you can go. I think she even added who will be there. Oh, that was Bo-Kid talking. Hackett drew some pictures of where you can go. I think she even added who will be there. So pick wherever you want. Mafia Town. I picked Mafia Town. Sounds like a fun place. Bo-Kid giggles. I knew you'd pick there. Her eyes sparkle. This means we can go see Cooking Cat again. Hooray! Bo-Kid skips over to your teleporter, punching in the coordinates and gesturing for you to join her inside. Don't worry, Starlight. You'll love it there, I promise. Oh, did you find Sherm? We'll get to them. But we're doing Cooking Cat first, with Bo-Kid. Just like you did, because I thought that was a good idea. You find yourself in a gorgeously sunny place. Yeah, we saw this, read the text already. Welcome to Mafia Town, Starlight. Welcome to Mafia Town, Starlight. Ready for adventure? You nod. Born ready. Oh, since I've been here before, why don't you take the lead? Don't worry, I'll stay nearby. Sounds like a plan, so you just let me explore at my own pace? Yep. I'll try to stay out of your way and try to stay out of your way aside from some help here and there. Is that okay? Sure, I can handle that. You glance around and start looking around at the surroundings, finding many to explore. So this is the same as before. But beach again. Same thing. Oh, actually. Then now if you say, this beach should be for everyone, you frown. Really? They're even patrolling the beach? This beach should be for everyone. Perhaps you should learn lesson, little visitor. This is Mafia Town. See that name? It is owned by Mafia. Mafia says what goes here. Mafia make the rules. Mafia cracks his knuckles and you prepare for a fight. However, your wing girl pulls you away. Starlight? Maybe it's best not to be getting in a fight already? You pause. I just wanted to check out the beach. Bo-Kid nods and gives you a reassuring pat. I understand. The beach looks really pretty. But we're here so you can make friends, right? Maybe you should focus on that instead. You're right. I'm glad you understand, Starlight. So where to next? So where we go? Right to the balcony. There was another option we could take there. You say you're a tourist. I'm touring the world. Ah, so you're a tourist, like one who goes around taking pictures and muttering about the Steve. Sure, let's go with that. I'm here to see the sights and make memories. Be sure to make memory of Mafia. Mafia is best part of Mafia Town. You nod hesitantly. These guys are quite muscular. Perhaps you shouldn't take them off. It sure looks like it. Anyway, I should get back to exploring, probably. You get up from the chair and Mafia Goon goes back to looking at the view while you leave. Where we go? Back to the observatory. This is all the same. Now you say, here to see Cooking Cat. Cooking Cat lives in Mafia Town, right? I came by to see her. You figured she might be here, since she wasn't anywhere else you checked. Ah, you are here to see the cat. Go on top of the rafters. That is where Mafia usually sees her. Alright, thanks. The goon walks away and you start to walk onwards, but your wing kid jumps in front of you to block your way. Yeah, nobody talk about the thing. I think a lot of people have probably found or know about the thing already. They know about already, but you know, let's not talk about that till we actually get there in the stream here. I'm glad you picked Cooking Cat, Starlight. Mafia boss can be a little mean. You cross your arms, remembering how she spoke about having how he spoke about having a beef with Hat Kid. Yeah, I didn't get a very good first impression of him. I'd much rather hang out with someone nice like her. You made a good choice. Bo-Kid's smile makes you smile. So how do you get up there to see Cooking Cat? Oh, follow me. It's this way. Bo-Kid runs off the head and jumps above the bar with ease. You follow her just as easily. Gravity sure is light on this planet. It's quite pleasant. With care, you follow your wing kid across the rafters, watching as she beats away large scurrying rats that get in her way. As you reach the other side, you find that this spot is the source of the fishy smell that you hit upon entering. That hit you upon entering. You see crabs in buckets and fish in pails of ice, while a familiar cat works over the stove, humming nervously as she makes a plate of food. Hey, Cooking Cat. She jumps startled, her tail fluffing out briefly before she turns around to greet you. Oh, why hello there, Starlight. I didn't expect to see you here. What's going on? Something smells good. Something smells really good. Is that what you're cooking? Truth be told, it's the only thing that smells good in this place. Why, yes it is. I'm making for spaghetti for the folks who eat here. Her, yes. She's so precious. Our precious kitty. We love her very much. So wholesome and sweet. The Mafia's cooking it could use some work. Anyway, I was actually just about to head back to Hat Kid's ship for the day. You can come along if you like. Sure, why not? You don't have anything better to do, plus maybe you'll get some free food out of it. Are you ready now? Your little companion takes Cooking Cat's paw before the two of them teleport away, up to the ship. You follow suit, teleporting up to your own ship, then over to Hat Kid's. By the time you make it over there, you can already smell something cooking. It smells deliciously savory. Some kind of meat? So you make your way over at your own leisure. Looking around at Hat Kid's ship again with luxurious furnishings and wide rooms. Once you find your way into the kitchen, you see Cooking Cat is already hard at work on a new meal. What are you making now? It smells great. Oh, I'm just working on supper for the kids. Grilled salmon with rice and veggies. Would you like some too, Starlight? So here we have an interesting variable. It's not immediately negative points if you say no, because, no thanks. Oh, is something the matter? If you need something different, I can make you something else. You can say you're a vegetarian, and the game will remember that, and from now on, Cooking Cat will only make you vegetarian meals. You only get negative points if you say you're not interested in general. So, but I do eat meat. I love meat. So we're just gonna say sure. But that is a neat thing that I like that we have. Your mouth is starting to water already. Sure, I haven't had dinner yet, so... You haven't? Well, I'll get on that right away, sugar. She's very considerate. You watch for a few minutes as Cooking Cat does her job with skill and grace, seasoning the fish and vegetables with precision and humming as she works. You have never thought a cat would be so good in the kitchen, but here you are. So, her ears perk up. Yes, sugar? I've been wondering, why do you work for the Mafia? Cooking Cat stops what she's doing for a moment, surprised. However, she then gets right back to work as if nothing happened. Oh, well, you see, I don't exactly work for the Mafia. The food it's actually dangerous to eat. So I'll place their dishes with something actually edible. Wait, so she works this hard and she doesn't even get paid for it? That's crazy. You mean you work her butt off in the kitchen making food for free? Well, yes. Truth be told, I stopped for a while to take care of Hat Kid's cooking, but someone got sick and died without me there. Someone went back. Aw, yes. Yes, she is. Her meat is to die for, though. It's true. You're stunned. The Mafia is that bad at cooking they killed somebody with their food? Wow, so you're literally saving people's lives. That's amazing. Oh, it's not as great as all that, sugar. I'm not even that good of a chef. I'm just doing what I can to make sure people don't get hurt, that's all. Don't be modest. You don't believe that for a second. That cake you had at the birthday party was absolutely mind-blowing. This cat's got talent. Don't be so modest, Cooking Cat. You're working hard to save lives. You're a hero. Cooking Cat turns bright pink and covers her face for a moment. It's downright adorable. Oh, now ain't you a sweetheart? I'm flattered you call me a hero. It's true, and you deserve to get paid for your work. Thank you, sugar. You smile at Cooking Cat as she puts the finishing touches on the meal. Soon, everyone gathers together in Hat Kid's living room, sitting on pillows for as dinner commences. After eating, you all watch a couple of colorful cartoon movies. Hat Kid, Bo Kid, and Mustache Girl make jokes and laughter shared among everyone. Before you know what all the food is, ooh, Steve-O the Human is now following. Thank you so much! Before you know it, all the food is eaten and the kids are getting sleepy. Oh my, would you look at the time? It's already starting to get late. Yeah, and it looks like Hat Kid's getting tired. You hear Hat Kid respond from ways away, sitting sleepily on the floor. I'm not. Or, I'm not. Anyway, I think it's about time we headed home for the night. I think so too. See you tomorrow, kids. Have a good night. You and Cooking Cat walk over to the teleporter. She enters her coordinates and starts the machine, but turns to you before leaving. Will you come visit me again tomorrow? I could use a helping hand in the kitchen, if you want to, that is. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'd love to help you out. That's wonderful. I'll be looking forward to it. Feel free to drop by any time. I'll be ready for you. See you tomorrow, Cooking Cat. See you then, sugar. Cooking Cat then walks in the machine and teleports away.
You follow directly after, teleporting home to your ship, which feels so cramped compared to Hat Kid's. You're not quite ready for bed yet, so you sit down in your pilot's chair and tune into the radio, listening to music and radio broadcasts as you take it easy. Today was interesting. Mafia Town is so beautiful, bright, and full of wacky characters. The Mafia Goons, the tourist, and Cooking Cat. She seems so sweet. It makes you wonder how she ended up in a place like Mafia Town, taking it upon herself to keep the people safe from food poisoning. It's a good question. Where does Bo Kid sleep on Hat Kid's ship? I would like to know this. Ponder all these things as you listen to the music before eventually retiring to bed. Day 1 complete. You wake up feeling refreshed and rested, oddly so given the irritating sound of your alarm ringing. There was something you were planning on doing today. What was it again? Oh yeah, you're invited to help Cooking Cat. With a rush of energy, you leap out of bed and throw on your clothes, getting ready for the day at Mach speed. With a confident, speedy walk, you make your way to the cockpit. There's no time to lose. Oh, this is the same. Just meet the bachelor. Oh yeah, no, I do want it. Cat is a kind and nurturing soul. She would give anything to help those in need. Maybe in Hat Kid's pillow pile, yeah. Or in a sleeping bag. I like the pillow pile idea. That's a good. I'd sleep in the pillow. I'd sleep in the pillow fort. That is a trait she values very highly in others. I see. Thanks. Please feel free to come back for more hints. Now that you're done with the bachelor, turn on your heels and stroll away. Yes, this is the same. She teaches you peck. Some common stuff. Yep. You touch down in Mafia Town with your companion beside you. Cooking Cat is there waiting for you, smiling with her paws behind her back. You figure this must be where she usually meets with the kids. Well, hey there, Starlight. Glad to see you. Hey, Cooking Cat. How's it going? Cooking Cat smiles widely and looks happy, taking a deep breath. It's going well today. I thought that since today's such a lovely day, we should spend some time together doing something. I thought since today's such a lovely day, we should spend some time doing something relaxing together before we go in and stress out over cooking. How about I show you around a couple of my favorite spots in Mafia Town? We've got lots to do and see here, sugar. Besides, they're calling for really heavy rain tomorrow. If you want to explore, you should do it now. You smile, taking a moment to listen to the ocean waves and feel the breeze. Yeah, that's kind of another advantage of it, too. That's another reason why I use that instead of Nova, because it kind of works as a cute pet name. Sure, sounds good to me. Alrighty then, let's get started. Where we go? Let's go to the docks. Just go in order. Hopping from roof to roof, the three of you make your way down to the docks. You see many members of the Mafia moving about and papers fluttering in the wind. There are boats floating in the sparkling sapphire while a few goons wave at the three of you in a friendly manner. One outrider approaches your group, giving Cooking Cat a big hug. It is you, the cat that cooks. It is good to see you. Oh, you know Cooking Cat? Yes, Cat made Mafia a very nice cake on Mafia's birthday. When Mafia was sad, no one else remembered it. You look over at Cooking Cat, who's blushing. Oh, there's no need to get to there's a typo there. We forgot the word get. Oh, there's no need to get worked up over all that. I was just trying to cheer him up, that's all. Her face is bright red. It's clear she's not used to being complimented. Your little friend tugs on your arm and pulls you down, whispers something in your ear as the Mafia Goon and Cooking Cat go back and forth. Isn't Cooking Cat the best? I love cats, and she's the nicest, most super generous cat ever. Yeah, you're totally right. You look up at the two again, seeing the goon leaving as the Cooking Cat calms down. My goodness, I'm sorry about that. I didn't think we'd get wrapped up in a whole big conversation. Maybe we ought to move on. As much as I'd like to spend all day exploring, there's a lot of food that needs cooking. Right, good idea. Here we go. Construction site. Hopping up and around, you find a construction site with red metal beams and what looks like a project that may never be finished. Perhaps a new building that's been forgotten about? You see an old man sitting on the edge of a wooden platform. Sitting on the edge. I think we need of there. On the edge of the wooden platform you're standing on. He rises up upon hearing you approach. Oh, it's Cooking Cat and the little girl, and they've brought a new friend. What's your name? Let's be nice. Kitten Cat likes it when you're nice, as Bachelor told us. I'm Starlight. Nice to meet you. You smile at the old man, fighting that reminds you of your kindly old grandfather. I'm Starlight. It's nice to meet you. You extend a friendly hand, and the old man shakes it gently. You can call me old man or grandpa if you prefer. Yeah, we had a bug while we were beta testing where the old man sprite was like super big. He was like a statue. It's pretty funny. It's good to see new faces here in town. Once you live somewhere long enough, it can become routine. Even on this sunny seaside island. You remember leaving your home, how you jumped through bureaucratic hoops and navigated red tape just to get your spaceship and leave? And just how much you wanted off your planet. Yeah, I definitely understand that. Here we go. The Mafia number 1 sign. As you cruise around Mafia Town, you find a large sign declaring the Mafia of Cooks to be number 1, which makes Cooking Cat shake her head. Mafia sure have added a lot of propaganda to this town. It's kind of a shame. Oh yeah, it happened with the captain once. That's actually why we have when he's introduced in the beginning, you're like, look at the size of this lad, absolute unit. It's actually a joke about when we first tested his sprites and they were way too big. But it works on its own because well, he's a walrus, he's a big dude. But it's that's why that's there. This place would be a hit with vacationers if it weren't for the Mafia. You mean Mafia Town wasn't always like this? Well, it was like this when I came here, but from what I've heard, this place used to be very different before the Mafia took it over. As you draw closer to the sign, you see a bit of a kerfuffle happening. Cooking Cat gasps. It's a tourist, and he's getting attacked by the Mafia. We gotta do something, Starlight. Sure enough, the tourist is getting pummeled. What are you gonna do? We gotta jump in and save him, of course. I'm on it. Without wasting a moment, you spring into action, leaping down off rooftops and landing between the Mafia goon and the tourist. Starlight, what are you doing? You look back and flash the tourist a smile. Saving you! You turn the Mafia goon, finding that you didn't particularly have a plan in mind. And boy, his muscles sure are big. What will you do? We're gonna talk it out. Cooking Cat would like if we can find a peaceful solution, I bet Cooking Cat will like that. You size up your opponent and realize there's no way you're beating this guy in a fight. No wonder the Mafia took over this place easily. Is there anything else you can do? Wait. You reach into your pocket. You've gathered a good number of pawns from running around Mafia Town. They seem to be the currency of this planet. Perhaps you can bribe him. Take my pawns and leave him alone. The Mafia goon considers this for a moment before approaching you and holding out a hand. Mafia will not leave unless you give all your pawns to Mafia. You empty your pockets of pawns, internally lamenting that you couldn't keep them. At least you can always pick up more. Here, now please go away. Thank you for paying toll to Mafia. The goon leaves and you breathe a sigh of relief as Cooking Cat runs up and hugs you. The tourist joins in, leaving you trapped in a double hug combo. We need to fix the sizing on the tourist sprite there, too. You did it, Starlight! Yeah, thanks a ton, Starlight. Oh, it was nothing. Oh, really? You saved me from a lot of trouble. I was out of pawns. You would have beaten me senseless, but now I can keep taking pictures. Both of them squeeze you and you feebly gasp, unable to breathe, prompting them both to let go. Oops, sorry about that. Anyway, I had to get going. See you later, tourist. The tourist walks off, waving bye to you as he leaves. See you later. I owe you one. As you turn back to Cooking Cat, you see your little buddy clapping in the background, looking pleased. Thank goodness, I was so worried, but you managed to end things without anyone getting hurt. You're something else, Starlight. Oh, it was nothing, Cooking Cat. Anyway, shouldn't we get back to our tour? We don't have all day after all. Oh, you're absolutely right. Let's keep going. Where do we go? And the only way left the thing is go to HQ. With your tour finished, you make your way back to the HQ and head to Cooking Cat's Culinary Corner. Sounds like a TV show. Man, what an exciting tour. Yeah, Mafia Town's a lively place. It's almost a relief to be back in my little cooking corner. Anyway, on to business. Can you hand me the salt and get some lemons out of the fridge, sugar? It's time to fry some fish. Certainly. You fetch the ingredients Cooking Cat requested and slowly start to help her with the cooking, following her instructions carefully. Holding the pan, applying seasoning, fetching ingredients, making small talk all the while. It's all fun and games until you accidentally burn yourself handling a pot of hot water, making you flinch and crack in surprise. You gotta go with Peck. You hear your wing kid burst out laughing at your bird swirl while the cat chef giggles as well. Cooking Cat rushes to your side. Oh dear, what happened? Burnt myself. You look at the burn and find it thankfully not severe. Oh dear, hang on a second, sugar. Cooking Cat rushes over to the sink. She wets a rag and hands it to you. Hold that over the burn. It'll make you feel better and help it heal. It doesn't look too bad, though. It should be all better in an hour or two. You sigh as the cool cloth touches your skin, making the pain subside significantly. Standing back, you let Cooking Cat handle the rest of the cooking. So, what brought you to Mafia Town? You mentioned that it was like this when you came here. Cooking Cat goes quiet for a moment. I came from somewhere else, sugar, somewhere very far away. Oh, why'd you come here? Well, I came from a rough family, so to speak. Totally not the Yakuza. Cooking Cat goes silent again. You wait for her to continue, before realizing that she probably doesn't want to. Well, I'm glad you got out of there. Me too, sugar. Cooking Cat quickly changes the subject, brightening up and looking at the time. Well, that about wraps things up here. It's getting dark and I ought to start heading home, as should you two. You check the time yourself and nod, seeing that your buddy is yawning. Yeah, it's time for us to go home. See you later, Cooking Cat. See you, Bo Kid. You press the button on your keys and warp up to your spaceship. You're starving, having forgotten to eat amid the excitement, and end up fixing yourself a TV dinner. You sit down in your pilot's chair and watch a couple episodes of your favorite show. Before you know it, you're getting tired, so you turn off your preferred video streaming service and head for bed. As you settle into sleep, thoughts about your time here swirl in your mind. The kids, Cooking Cat, Mafia Town, the Mafia, the tourist. What a strange, colorful, wonderful world. Hope to have many more adventures here. Alright. And that's what we got for Cooking Cat. Only one thing left to do. Subcon. The grand finale. I'm excited. Alright, here we go. I picked Subcon Forest. I've always been a fan of spooky woods. Hackett smiles at you and gives you a thumbs up. I thought you'd pick Subcon Forest. It's kind of creepy, but also really fun. Hackett's face turns smug and she elbows you mischievously. So you want to go see Snatcher, huh? Starlight? Do you like him, huh? Do you? Yes, I do. Yep, it's noodle time. You cross your arms, staying quiet. Hackett shrugs. Well, it was worth a try. You watch as Hackett strolls to your teleporter and keys in some complex coordinates, concerned about how skilled with technology she is. If this were really me, I'd be like, Hackett, I'm gonna level with you. I'm gonna marry that ghost. And I don't know how she'd react, but I'd do it. Yep, it's probably one of the hardest just because he's so picky. Anyways, the same stuff. Oh, whoops. You find yourself in a dark, quiet forest, filled with glowing mushrooms, tall, bare trees that tower over you, the scent of dead wood, and an energy that can only be described as old magic. Welcome to Subcon Forest. Let's have some fun. You nod. Yeah, let's. Hey, since I've been here before, why don't you take the lead? Don't worry, I'll stay nearby. Sounds like a plan, so you'll just let me explore at my own pace? Yep. I'll try to stay out of your way outside of some help here and there. Okay. The kid steps out of your way, standing behind you. You look around again, taking in the sights. In front of you is a house of sorts built into a tree with a huge thorn vine acting as a walkway. Behind you is a path leading down a hill. Let's look at the house. You look up and find that the house extends to very high in the sky. The house extends to very high in the sky, like a skyscraper, though it isn't built into the tree like you had first thought. It's actually an enormous mushroom. Soon your head starts to spin. Enough of that. You consider knocking just to be polite, but you can see from here that nobody's home. You curiously walk in a little house and look around. It's warm and it looks well-loved and well-maintained. Whoever lives here seems to take good care of this cozy home. This chair looks really comfortable, but boy, is it big. You wonder how tall the person who uses it is. Sit down? Nope. It's rude. Consider it, but ultimately decide against it. It's quite rude to touch other people's stuff. Besides, you have a suspicion whose house this is. You leave the little house the way you came and hum, clasping your hands behind your back. Yeah, you lose points if you sit down in the chair. You start to walk down the path, noticing that the hill is a little bit steep. There are fences on each side of you, guiding you downhill. As you walk, you notice something up ahead. It's a small figure in a purple cloak. It's about the size of Hatkid, so you assume it's a child. You speed up your pace to approach it, but you hear a faint chuckle as it runs ahead of you. Wait, where are you going? Break out into a run after it, wondering what in the world a child is doing in this forest. Well, a child isn't the one accompanying you. Your chase, however, quickly comes to an end when you trip over a vine and land in a circle of them, flat on your face. The vines surrounding you burst up from the ground. The world around you fades away, leaving you surrounded by strange shadows with glowing eyes, the sky lit by an ominous purple light. Oh yeah, I will save there so we can do that. Don't worry, because that's just too funny to pass up. The dark purple shapes snakes eerily from the darkness, and you glance around as you get up. Wait, where's your buddy? She isn't here with you. Lightning flashes and thunder booms in front of you as the shape growls to several times your own height, towering over you. You feel like you're in trouble. Fool! You cover your ears, practically deafened by the maniacal laughter. Wait, don't you know that guy? Oh, you blew it! You really blew it, you foolish alien! I had warned you, hadn't I? Now your soul belongs to me! Snatcher cackles loudly in a malevolent tone, glaring down at you with a terrifying expression. You frown, unsure what to say for yourself. Yeah, we're saving here. Because we get, I thought you were joking, sorry. Please don't hurt me, or a meme. You put a hand to your forehead and yell at the first fitting meme that came to your head. Please, Mr. Obama! Snatcher doesn't seem too amused. Then perish. Oh crap, Snatcher seems serious. He leans down and rips your soul out, proceeding to shove it into his mouth, killing you instantly. You try though? Game over. You asked for it. Von Karma indeed. Oh, I actually don't know where this mic is on this laptop. I'm just using my laptop's built-in mic, and I'm not actually sure where it is. But I would have done that had I had, like, a real mic. Sorry about that. Okay. Well, please don't hurt me. You cower in fright, falling onto your butt and scooting back away until you hit a wall. It's invisible, but as solid as concrete. Please don't hurt me. Ah ha ha ha, no promises, Starlight. Or how much you cry, beg, or plead, your soul is mine. Snatcher's face takes on a slightly smug quality to it. Please, no. Too bad, Starlight, you stepped into my territory of your own volition, and now you have to pay the price. A puff of blue smoke, a long piece of parchment appears in front of you, floating accompanied by a purple quill dripping with ink. But tell you what, today's your lucky day. You see, I actually happen to be missing an errand boy. Turned out he just up and died on the job. Snatcher cackles. You don't like where this is going. So tell you what, you sign this contract, and you get to live. You take the piece of paper in hand and look it over. It's surprisingly not dense with legalese and easy to understand. I guess Snatcher gets right to the point. It states that Snatcher will be taking your soul's collateral, and that your terms of the contract are to check in on a place called Subcon Village. Sounds pretty simple. Sign the contract? Yes, no, or screw you. Yes. You take the pen and sign your name hesitantly, hoping that you don't end up like that aforementioned dead servant. The paper and quill poof away in your hands. Snatcher laughs again, lightning striking dramatically. Ha ha! That seals the deal. Now let me take what's mine. Snatcher snaps his fingers, and you watch as a glowing, ethereal reflection of yourself is pulled from your body, floating away like a butterfly in the breeze. You now feel exceedingly hollow and empty inside. See that? That was your soul. It's all mine now. But don't worry, if you do a good job with your initial contract, more contracts will follow. And if you do a really good job with all your contracts, you'll have your soul back in no time. Wait, you can get your soul back? A glimmer of hope. I'll do my best. That's the spirit. Now get to work, Starlight. You've got quite a bit to do, and unlike me, your lifespan to do it is limited. Snatcher then maniacally laughs again before sinking back in the shadows as the purple dimension dissolves. You find yourself back on the path you were on previously. You look around for Hatkid, wondering what that was all about. However, you don't see her around. Boo! You startle and jump, yelping loudly. Oops, sorry, Starlight. I didn't mean to scare you that bad. Where were you during all that, Hat Kid? I was worried. I was waiting. I've done all this before, so I thought I'd just let you figure it out. I couldn't go in there anyway. Wait, you've done this before? You've had your soul stolen too? Yep, me and Bo Kid. But don't worry, Starlight. As long as I'm here, you'll get it back. How? Oh my God! We should have put how you feel about as empty as when you worked in retail. We gotta put that in later. We absolutely have to put that in later. That's so good. Hat Kid grins mischievously. I know his weakness. I can just beat him up again if he tries anything funny. All he can do is look at her with a baffled expression. Look, it's a long story, but we're best friends now. I'll make sure nothing happens to you. Let's keep going. If you say so. Man, this girl gets more scarily powerful each time you talk to her. Look around yourself once more before deciding to press onwards, the wood somehow feeling less oppressive than it had before. This place is pretty neat. I didn't realize it was so alive. A strange, ghostly, snake-like creature with a mask for a face stares at you silently, with what seems like curiosity. Either way, it's creepy. You decide to look elsewhere. Aside from that odd creature, you notice some rather cute fox-like creatures dancing around a fire, as well as huge spiders hanging from the trees and staring down at you. That seems like enough sightseeing. Time to get a move on. You finally find yourself in Must Be Subcon Village. You know it must be because it's the only thing here you've seen that resembles a village. There's several little houses built out of tree trunks with curious glowing eyes peering from inside. Some places are frosted over with ice. Sparkling pond bisecting the village. You find yourself thinking that this place actually seemed kind of pleasant, ice aside. You wonder where the ice came from since, well, it is a little chilly out. It doesn't seem cold enough to freeze anything over. Aw, dwellers. They're so cute. As you ponder, some more of those creepy masked spirits emerge from behind the houses, slowly approaching to investigate you like shy animals or curious children. Try and talk to them. Don't ignore them. They're too cute to ignore. Just look at them. You decide to try talking to them, using a gentle voice like one you would use for seeking to something especially timid. Oh, that's a cool idea, Sherm. Keep with the name you see of a hat in a time, you name your character Traveler. Yeah, the dwellers and the minions are just great. What lovely, lovely art. Again, if I don't remember the artists off the top of my head, but if anybody can find them, that I'll give them a shout out because beautiful art. Wonderful job. They did a wonderful job. Hello there. A few of the spirits flee back behind the tree as if you scared them. However, a couple remain in front of you. They approach closer, still silent, their glowing eyes staring deeply at you. You live here? This is a nice little village you have. The spirits that fled peek out from behind the house again, watching you like hawks. The spirit closest to you speaks in a soft tone. Thank you. With those two words, more spirits emerge from the houses, all watching you with what you assume to be curiosity. The spirit that just spoke backs away. You feel a bit awkward about being watched, but assume that you've done enough talking to these creatures. You don't want to overwhelm them. You start to walk through the village, looking around. The spirits follow you at a distance, watching you. Cuddles! Oh, of course it's Cuddles, because everything Cuddles draws I want to cuddle. Hence the name. Perfect. Shout out to Cuddles. Oh, Cuddles and Ina. Cuddles and Ina. Shout out to Cuddles and Ina. As you pace around the area, examining the little tree houses and looking at the scenery, you realize you have no idea what you're looking for. Your contract just said to check out the village. It didn't say what you were looking for. You sigh. Should you just keep looking around? Yes. You decide to take your time looking through the village, wandering around, keeping an eye out for anything unusual. Before getting very far, though, you end up running into one of those cloaked figures again. Hey, newbie, what's up? You stop, lost for an appropriate response. Your next words come out automatically, as if you're in a completely mundane situation. Nothing much. What's up with you? Oh, you know, just how it is. Just doing the boss's work, following orders. Just another day in life of a minion. Yeah, so these guys are Snatcher's minions. Same here, I guess. You're not sure what the distinction between minion and servant is, though the former sounds less replaceable. Don't worry about it. You'll get used to it after a while. Anyway, I guess you should get back to work. See you later, newbie. The minion rushes off, presumably do their own chores before you're finding yourself wandering near aimlessly. In the end, you wind up pretty far from the village and the heart of the forest as a whole. You find that you can explore to your heart's desire. Where do you go? Go to the frozen structure. Head towards a frozen structure you notice from behind some brush. Slowly you approach the distant monument and realize it's not quite a tower of ice that you're looking at. It seems to be a gigantic structure of shattered glass, as if something crashed and exploded here before being frozen in time. It's absolutely beautiful. As you approach, you find a minion standing around, also looking up at the structure. It's pretty, isn't it? You nod. That thing used to be a magical hourglass. I think the boss called it a timepiece. Important events leave a permanent mark on the land here. You should be careful not to get lost. Thanks, I guess. Got any tips on how to avoid that? If you get lost, you should only go left at the third. You should go left at the third crossroads. The minion falls solid, and after that, you figure it's time to move on elsewhere. Go to the forest fire. Walk towards a raging fire hesitantly, as that seems pretty unusual, right? However, even as you enter the flaming area, it doesn't get any warmer. You wonder if the fire is illusory. You see another one of those minions warming their hands on the fire, looking happy as can be. Is the fire actually real, or are they just doing it for the sake of it? You have no idea, but your curiosity is burning as much as the flames themselves. Be nice, ask what they're doing, point out how stupid they're being. Don't be mean to the minions. Be nice to the minions. Hello there. What's going on here? I'm enjoying the sights and having a good day. Oh, you are? The minion nods and looks over to you. I made sure to wake up on my right side. It's lucky. That's how you start days off right. You blink curiously. Interesting. Well, keep having a good day, alright? Yeah. The minions are just kids. Be nice. Oh yeah, Subcon is definitely some of our best work. The backgrounds are incredible. Here we go. What's at the gated community? You find a small group of houses locked behind a gate and approach curiously. They all seem to be boarded up. Suddenly, a voice makes you jump. Isn't it a shame? These houses haven't been lived in for years. Oh, it's just a minion. It's free real estate. Huh, too bad. Can't imagine why nobody would want to live here. Yeah, it's a nice neighborhood. You can't go wrong with these houses. You can only go right. In fact, going right is always the best option. You should only go left once. You nod, and the minion falls silent. After a few minutes, you decide to go elsewhere. Here we go. So the foggy swamp. You end up wandering into a thick, purple, misty swamp, where you can barely see ahead of you through the fog. The ground is wet and pulls you in, forcing you to hurry across it to safe boards of wood set up every few feet. You have a feeling you could easily get lost here. Go forward? Yes. We gotta go and find the room. You begin walking into the swamp, going slowly at first until you realize that the boards are sinking at an alarming rate. Uh-oh. Soon you're practically running along, jumping from board to board, trying not to get sucked into the horrifying swamp. Panic begins to set in very quickly until you stumble and land on solidish ground. As you look around to try and catch your breath and find more safe ground, you realize that you're hopelessly lost. It looks like you have some very important choices to make. So what did those minions tell us? They said, only go left at the third crossroads, always go right, only go left once. So, right, you go right, you go right again. That was the first and the second crossroads. Here's the third. Go left. Go left this time. We're only supposed to go left once, so go right. Right? You hope this leads somewhere. Yeah, we had a little bit of a bug where you could repeatedly compliment that minion in front of the fire, and you could, and so that if you kept doing that, you'd get the Snatcher's affection bar up to maximum at the end of day 1. Oh yeah, let the music play too. Good music. Yeah, for those of you who've been around since the beta, you may recognize it. Yeah, the beta of Hat in Time. Anyway. After that maze and swamp, you're left trembling, cold, afraid, and lost. Subcon seems to be so much more horrible now than you ever expected it to be. You decide to keep wandering until a haunting song catches you off guard. The melody is chilling and beautiful, draws you in. Who is singing this song? You hope they're at least friendly. As you continue following the singing, you remain partially lost in thought. That is until you step into an empty clearing. You hesitate as you hear the song again, slowly looking up to a figure illuminated by the moon. He continues singing in his ethereal tone as he slowly turns around. There he is! Somehow he doesn't miss a beat as he stares at you with his wide glowing eyes. The strange entity reacts to your return stare by slowly drifting down towards you, right up until he looms directly in front of your face. He pauses his song to cast a coy grin at you. Hello, little doll. You hesitate and back away, nearly stumbling back in the swampy waters that threaten to take you forever. This isn't what you were looking for. If you run away, though, you can end up stuck in the swamp. You better be careful about how you respond. My natural reaction would be, hello? So we're going with that. Oh yeah, we gotta see the entire sprite. So good! This character design is just, I'm a gush about it. I mean, well, I can't really, because it kind of goes in the... Because why I think this character design is so good is kind of spoilers for later in the route, so I won't talk about that, but I'm just saying, this character design is just so good. It's just like a flawless update to, like, the early concept art. Like, this is what he'd look like if he'd actually made it in the final game. I'm positive. It's just gorgeous. Wonderful. Lovely. Nothing but nice things to say. You decide you had better be on your best behavior after that ruckus with Snatcher. Hello? Well, to start. The figure smiles and bows gracefully. You hesitantly return the gesture. It's a pleasure to meet you. I am known as the Moonjumper. Moonjumper? His name is Moonjumper? This planet's inhabitants sure have some unusual names. May I have the pleasure of knowing your name? Yep, it's pretty easy to find pictures of his original concept art, because that's really all that there was. There was never a 3D model of him or anything. But, yeah, I just think this is a perfect finalized design. For so many reasons, most of which I can't talk about without spoiling stuff later in the route. So, but it's not like but you guys will get to see that eventually, when the game's finished. Eventually. Don't know how long it'll be, but, you know. Anyway. You're not sure if you can trust this guy. Still, you figure it can't hurt to tell him. I'm Starlight. Moonjumper's face falls for a moment, as if he realized something, but he soon returns a pleasant smile after a brief pause. Starlight. I rather like it. Sounds a bit familiar. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you, my dear Starlight. He speaks your name like it's a particularly delicious treat in his mouth. It's a little unsettling. So you live here too? Interesting. Moonjumper nods, floating closer to you. He seems to be carefully observing your person. Yes and no. You see, I actually live in the horizon. I cannot leave except for a short while when the moon is full. On nights such as this, I can only astral project down for a little bit, such as I am right now. You nod. So, you hang out here when you can? Yes, and I'm quite glad to have come tonight. It's not often I get to meet someone so enchanting. You wonder if Moonjumper is this friendly with everyone. Are you this friendly with everyone? I'm glad to meet you too. Do you know the Snatcher? I'm not sure I feel the same. These are interesting decisions because, to me, are you this friendly with everyone kind of seems a little flirty. It's like, are you flirting with me? Hint, hint. Or just, I don't want to meet you too. It just seems kind of nice and friendly. Or you can ask about Snatcher. Or just be like, I'm not into this. But we're gonna go with ask him about Snatcher. Because I think that's a little bit more interesting. You aren't sure about this guy. Is he actually being genuine or just pretending? Maybe you should press him for information. Say, do you know the Snatcher? Moonjumper's face falls for a moment. It's clear they don't seem to get along. Unfortunately, I do. He and I are not exactly on the best of terms. Ooh, sounds juicy. What's that? You tilt your head with interest. Well, to put it bluntly, he has wanted me dead since I began coming to this forest. You see, this forest is one of the few places I can visit on this planet. I quite like it. We've been fighting for many years now, yet I'm still unsure why he holds such hatred for me. I see. Unfortunately, as much as I would like to stay and talk with you, I must go. My energy is finite. I cannot retain a natural production for very long. See you again, my dear Starlight. Oh, see you around then. The Moonjumper disappears in a surreal fog that reminds you of a screen glitching, with a loud sound to match. You find yourself alone again. Nothing else to do, you go back up the path to the house. As you approach and begin to enter the house, you realize your suspicions were correct. This is, in fact, Snatcher's house, given that he's sitting in that big red chair reading a thick tome. Hey, I went and checked on the village like you put in my contract. Snatcher closes the book and sets it aside, turning towards you. How'd it look? How were the ice levels? Anything blocking anything off? So that's what you're looking for. Nope, there were layers of frost and ice on a few surfaces, but nothing was blocked off or anything. Alright, go back to your weird spaceship or wherever you live for the night. I don't have your next contract ready yet. Come back tomorrow and I'll have a new one. If you don't, well, let's just say that a body can't survive if its soul doesn't exist anymore. Snatcher laughs ominously, and the thought makes a chill run up your spine, making you shudder. Alright, I'll be back tomorrow. With that, you stroll out of Snatcher's house and retrieve your spaceship keys out of your pocket, hitting the teleport button on your remote control and vanishing. Exhausted from the day's events, you collapse into your driver's seat for a brief respite from being on your feet for so long. You take a few minutes to just breathe, taking in the quiet hums and whirs of your spaceship. You look out your window at the view before you, at the vastness of space that lies just beyond your fingertips. You contemplate the fathomless expanse of stars and planets out there for a brief while before getting up again with a groan to walk to your bedroom. By the time you get ready for bed, you're good and ready to rest. As you lay down, letting your body finally relax, you reflect on the events of the day. Today has just been crazy from start to finish. And like it or not, your journey through space to find a new home has come to a screeching halt thanks to the efforts of one very energetic child and her friends. Now you've got a kid helping you make friends, and you lost your soul to a terrifying spirit who may or may not be some variety of evil lawyer. What have you gotten yourself into, Starlight? Before you know it, you drift off to sleep and begin to dream of glowing mushrooms, dark forests, and sinister figures. Snatcher progress. Moonjumper progress. Unlike all of the other ones where, like Mafia Boss and Cooking Cat are part of Mafia Town, but they're separate routes. Same with Deadbird Studios. Again, DJ Grooves and Conductor part of Deadbird Studios, but separate routes. Snatcher and Moonjumper, on the other hand, basically share a route for a while. Though it does branch off eventually. You wake up feeling refreshed and rested, if rather empty from lack of soul. Or still rather empty from lack of soul. Glancing at the clock, you find that you've perhaps slept in a few hours later than usual. However, you feel good and the stress of the day prior is all but gone. So what if you don't have your soul? You'll be fine. You've suffered worse. You walk out to your cockpit to find the 3 kids waiting for you, except this time a stranger is with them. That's the same stuff with the Bachelor. Okay. Hello, Badgie. Yep, there's a reason. There's a reason you don't choose one of them right away. But it's spoilers, yep. Yeah, give me hints. The Snatcher is very rough around the edges, this is true. However, he isn't as heartless as he may seem. If you treat his minions with kindness, good things will come to you. As for the mysterious Moonjumper, there's more to him than meets the eye. There's a story, a reason for his actions. Keep your wits about you if you aim to uncover it. See. Thanks, Bachelor. Now that you're done with the Bachelor, you turn on your heels and stroll to your teleporter, entering the coordinates to Subcon. Finish it, we learned Peck. We did this. Okay. Once your feet touch the earth, you take a deep breath and stretch. You've got this. You waltz to Snatcher's house with a confident stride and stop for a moment at the entry. Got knock politely, walk in normally, barge in loudly and T-pose like the silly meme lord that you are, or shout, "Hey, Peckneck!" Well, shouting "Hey Peckneck" is really funny. It's negative points, so we won't do that. But it is funny. I'm gonna be polite. You knock on the exterior of Snatcher's house in lieu of a door and find it to be quite solid. You suppose this makes sense, considering the space supports such an improbably huge structure. Come in. Come in after being prompted. Looks like you do know some manners after all, even though you're late. You frown a bit. Is it really going after you about your lateness? Or apologize. You decide that you had better apologize. This guy has your soul at his disposal. You better take him seriously. You clasp your hands in front of you and look down, like a child apologizing to a very strict teacher. I'm sorry. I didn't know you wanted me back at a specific time. If I had, I would have set an alarm. You see the Snatcher's smile widen slightly in what you think is amusement. Well, since you apologize so nicely and so politely. You can hear the condescension dripping from his words. He's having fun with this. You are forgiven. I was just giving you a hard time, Starlight. No need to be so serious. Or was I? You breathe a sigh of relief. Thank goodness he isn't actually mad. Anyway, a new contract appears in front of you, again written in beautiful calligraphy, once more accompanied by a purple quill. You carefully look over the contract, reading over the terms. This seems really simple. Apparently you're supposed to deliver mail to the minions? I'm not completely heartless, you know. Every so often I steal mail from the outside world and have it delivered to my minions. That way it's almost like someone cares about them. You raise an eyebrow. That's actually kind of a nice thing to do? Snatcher cuts you off before you can make a wisecrack about it, though. Anyway, the bag of mail is all loaded up onto the scooter out back. You can use that. Be careful, though. It's only a rental. If you break it, there will be trouble. Once you're out of mail or out of minions to deliver to, come back and that's one more contract done. I'll have another tomorrow. Snatcher points out the back end of the room where you can see more of the forest. You nod. Right, I'll get to it then. Exit the house the way he pointed, dropping to the ground and heading for the scooter. It's purple with yellow Snatcher faces painted on it. You wonder if he does this to all his possessions. It's like someone signing their name on everything they own. You hop onto the scooter and give it a go, riding down the path and back up with ease. It controls like a dream. Thrilled with the speed, you ride through the forest, scooping out the area in a speedy whirl, soon ending up right back where you started. By now, you're a bit more familiar with the forest layout, so you feel more confident in exploring. Where we go? Timepiece illusion. You find 3 minions here. They're playing cards when you arrive, but stop in order to look up at you pleadingly, like kids regarding Santa. Mail! What's that jingle, the mail jingle from Blue's Clues? That's always what I think of. Makes me want to wag my tail. Mail! I don't really remember it. You laugh cheerily and toss packages at the three. A smile breaking across your face as you hear them cheer. Where will you go? Burning house. There you find a couple of minions waiting for you, bouncing about and looking excited. Deliver mail. You toss mail at the minions and they catch it, giggling in delight. You wonder if all the minions are children or if they're just childlike. Here we go. Gated community. You find another pair of minions here, chatting and leaning against the gate, chilling out. They don't seem quite as gleefully excited as the rest. Check a package at the minions who pick it up and give you a thumbs up. Thanks, newbie. Where we go? Swamp. At the entrance of the swamp is one minion sitting on the ground. They wave at you when you arrive. Have some mail! You pick out a letter and toss it to the minion who giggles with glee. You feel like a superhero doing this. Chasm. You ride past the village to the chasm beyond and find 3 minions sitting down, apparently playing Truth or Dare. You hop off your scooter with 3 nice-looking envelopes in hand and deliver them, taking a moment to listen to their laughter before moving on. Where will you go? Village. You arrive in the village to find 4 minions, all jumping and waving as you approach, calling out to you. Hey, newbie. Hi. Do a trick for us. Yeah, do something cool. Yeah, let's show off. We gotta show off for the minions. You see the 2 minions cheering, and you can't help but oblige them. They're so excited for you. Can you bear to disappoint them? The answer is no. Gonna zoom around really fast. You rev up the motor and zoom off, riding off around at top speed to show off to the minions. The scenery whooshes around you, and you can hear the minions whoop and cheer as you ride in wide circles. After a few loops, you come to a stop and hop off the bike, taking a bow. You let the minions cheer before delivering to them letters and packages by hand, smiling wide at their glee. Okay. Yeah. Let's quick save here. You're right. We should show that option. You get on the scooter. If you do a flip instead, you get on the scooter and whoosh off, noticing a rock nearby that slipped, giving you an idea. You're gonna do a flip. You step on the gas and zoom off, picking up speed as you approach the rock, holding your breath as you lift off the ground. Pressing your weight forwards, you flip in the air, head over heels, correcting your position just in time to hit the ground and zoom back. But that's not quite what happens when you hit the ground. You hit the ground and hear a crash, the sounds of metal breaking under your weight, pain through your body as you collide with the ground. The scooter you were entrusted with breaks into bits, a tire rolling off a few feet. You see stars as you hit your head on a broken piece of the machine below you. The minions go quiet as you hit the ground and run up, surrounding you and looking down with concern. Are you okay? You lift your head, now aching and sore. You roll off the heap of broken metal, slowly skidding up off the ground. I'm fine. As far as you can tell, you didn't break anything other than the bike. You've got some nasty bruises at most. You look around, but to your dismay, not even the bag of mail survived the trip. Letters and packages are scattered everywhere, and the bag lays with a large hole ripped in it, stuck to a shred of metal. With nothing else to do, you limp back to Snatcher's house with the eyes of every minion in the forest upon you as a reminder. Failed. You limp to find Snatcher sitting on his chair and reading. His book appears to be related to history. You clear your throat to catch his attention. He doesn't even look up to address you. What's up? You done already? You nod and speak quieter than usual with a slightly raspy voice. This attracts his attention. Yeah, I'm done. Snatcher looks up from the book and sees that you're injured, putting two and two together as his smile drops ever so slightly. What happened? Where's the scooter? You look away. From the corner of your eye, you can see Snatcher's expression change slightly. His voice turns deep and serious. You broke the scooter, didn't you, Starlight? You look down and nod. Yeah. Of course! I knew you'd be a useless contractor. I can't even trust you to do something as simple as deliver mail. Oh, it says deliver my. I will have to fix that. You flinched, expecting this to lead up to him killing you. Get out. You don't move, not pressing his simple command. It's probably a trap. Get out. You look back up, still frightened, but with a little hope. He isn't killing you? Get out before I make you get out, Starlight! You finally get the picture and run out of the little house, teleporting up to your spaceship and limping from your cockpit to your bedroom. With nothing else to do, with aching joints and injuries, you head straight for bed, feeling like an idiot. You were warned not to break the scooter, and yet you did. Let it go. You promised yourself to be more careful from now on. After all, next time you could die. Yep, that's like a bad ending to that day. If you don't have enough Snatcher points there, he actually does kill you. So, I had enough affection points with him where he didn't kill me. He let me live to see another day. What do you mean differences for this scene? Oh, yeah, so here's the good option. Yeah. Go back to Snatcher. Oh yeah, he killed, yeah, that's if you don't have enough points with him, he kills you. Finally done, Starlight? Took you long enough. I made sure to deliver to everyone. You enjoyed it, truth be told. Well, good for you. You frown, which earns you an evil cackle from the Snatcher. Keep up the good work and you'll have your soul back before your life expectancy. Anyway, that's all for the day. You can go now, back to your little alien spaceship or wherever you live. You exit the little house, satisfied with your job well done, heading back into the forest as a whole. Go explore some more. Remember that there's something else you should do before going home for the day. You should go hang out with that Moonjumper guy. You didn't see him around earlier, so you assume he must be somewhere you haven't delivered to. You decide to roam around, starting at the village. However, once you reach the village, you find that your searching has been cut short, as the sound of singing reaches your ears again. You rush to the end of the village, but skid to a halt when you find yourself facing an enormous chasm. Who's the Shadow Siren again? I don't remember, I'm sorry. How are you supposed to get across this? You rub your chin, thinking about how to get across, when you feel your little buddy tug at your hand. Don't worry, I've got this. That kid pulls you backwards as you fall. She catches you in one hand, letting you sit in her hand like a chair. Oh, right, from Thousand Year Door, right. I mean, that's just a theory, a game theory. I mean, I like to think that Snatcher's dad is, or Snatcher's parent, Snatcher's mom is one of the cursed chess demons from Thousand Year Door, while his dad is Evil King Stan from Okage. So, you know, that's my headcanon, my game theory. But that's a funny idea too. Hat Kid pulls you backwards, and as you fall, she catches you in on one hand, letting you sit in her hand. We got a family tree going. Hat Kid pulls you backwards, and as you fall, she catches you in one hand, letting you sit in her hand like a chair. Whoa, kid! Before you can object, Hat Kid makes a running start and leaps off of the cliff, still holding you securely, but you scream anyway. Is this it? Is this how you go? Suddenly you see Hat Kid point her umbrella at a strange floating hook, held aloft in the air by propellers. To your surprise, a hook shot at the end of the chain launches her umbrella. She swings, taking you from hook to hook without her grip on you even slightly slipping. Your screams of fear become cheers of excitement by the time you cross the enormous chasm. When she lands and sets you back on your feet, your heart is racing. That was amazing, Hat Kid. You can do that? Just lift up full-grown people and swing from hooks? Hat Kid looks at you with a proud smile. I'm a seasoned adventurer. Don't worry, Starlight. Anywhere I can go, I can take you. As long as you stick with me, you'll be fine. Mustache Girl apparently does have superpowers because she gets you across the same way. Maybe that's what she used Hat Kid's one timepiece for. Like, how Hat Kid leaves her the one timepiece. Maybe she used that to get superpowers. I don't know. She puffs out her chest and you chuckle. Thanks, Hat Kid. I don't know what I'd do without you. Hat Kid flashes you a thumbs up and backs away to let you handle the rest. Now that you're finally on the other side, you can see Moonjumper from here. It looks like he's setting something up, his back turned away from you. It isn't superpowers, it's a badge. That's true. Maybe Mustache Girl just got the hookshot badge. She got her own hookshot badge. That would work. We'll go with that. Hey, Moonjumper, what's up? The mysterious moon being turns around, grinning a wide smile. He seems eager, but you can also see nervousness in his eyes. Good day, my dearest Starlight. He moves aside with a sweeping bow, revealing what he was busy with. In the strange arena-like area, he set up a nice table and some chairs. There's a bouquet of flowers set up on the table, with lit candles on either side, surrounded by fragrant rose petals. I thought we could get to know each other better today. If you would join me, my doll, it would be a sheer delight. Is this a date? Join him, or nope. Of course we're gonna join him. God. You're a little weirded out by this, but what's the harm in it? Moonjumper doesn't seem to be ill-intentioned. Alright, I'll join you. Moonjumper smiles widely and pulls out your chair, which you sit in awkwardly. It's now that you notice that this guy put a lot of effort into this date. In front of you is a steak on a rather nice-looking plate, a bottle of wine, and a shiny wine glass. It's simply wonderful to see you again, my most darling doll. I'm so glad you could join me. Oh, yeah, he's such a gentleman. Well, sure, why not? You went through all this effort. You aren't sure how to react, in all honesty. Well, my dear, I appreciate that. How do you like it? I arranged for the meal and wine. It's from a mafia of some sort. Apparently they're fantastic cooks. Uh-oh. Moonjumper gives you a nervous smile, as if he's an awkward teenager on his very first date. You look down again at the food offered to you. Is this steak supposed to be green? Ah, the joys of fine dining on other planets. You never know what you're gonna get. Honestly, the steak gives you a bad feeling, though. Like, trying it would lead to something bad. Save here. This is what happens if you try the steak. You decide with slight hesitance to try the steak, despite the weird feeling it gave you. You take the chunk of steak on your fork, eyeing Moonjumper for you put it into your mouth. This can't possibly be as bad as you thought. You were immediately proven wrong. The second the steak is inside your mouth, your whole body shoots backwards, practically flinging you away from the table. You try to scream or spit out the steak or something, except you can't. Nothing has ever disgusted you this much or caused this kind of reaction. You realize that the world is going black, the last thing you see being Moonjumper leaning over you as well as your wing kid. They both look worried. Starlight? Starlight! Too bad, you died. Luckily, your body went into total organ failure, saving you the agony of swallowing. You bit off more than you could chew. That is how bad the Mafia's cooking is. You don't even have to swallow it for it to kill you. Yeah, we're not going to try the steak. You have a really bad feeling about this. It's a feeling that you feel justified in when you glance at your wing kid who shakes her head with a disgusted frown. This is from the Mafia, you said? Moonjumper nods. Tell him off, inform him he's lied to, let him down as gently as possible. Well, be nice. He went to all this effort. Let him down gently. You poke at the steak, then put your fork down. This guy only gets a few minutes to be in the world per day, right? You can't blame him for not knowing that the Mafia lied to him about their cooking. I'm sorry, Moonjumper, but... You literally get knocked backwards into the chasm. I mean, that works too. That works too. I think you were lied to. Moonjumper looks shocked and confused while your friend nods. What? Really? Yeah, their cooking is actually very lethal. To put it bluntly, this steak is poison. Oh. And Moonjumper looks quite upset, and you see tears begin to prick in his eyes. I didn't know. I'm so sorry, Starlight. Wait, I'm not mad at you. You desperately try to reassure him, reaching across the table to gently touch his hand. When you reach across, though, he flinches, eyes squeezing shut and shoulders tensing, which make you pause. Do you think you were going to hit him? Slowly and gently, as if touching a newborn kitten, you place your hand over Moonjumper's as tears begin to pour down his face. You hear him start to very softly sob. It was an easy mistake to make. You told me you don't get much time out of the horizon, right? You couldn't have known. Thankfully, your words helped to calm him down. Moonjumper wipes his eyes with his spare hand, although you notice before you lift your hand off that he's trembling. Really? It's alright? It's really okay. I'm not mad. You feel bad for him. Maybe you were too harsh. I really appreciate all the effort you went to, though. I love the candles and the flowers. I see. Thank you, Starlight. I promise I won't mess up again. I truly won't. Moonjumper withdraws his hand from under yours and gives you a sad smile. I'm afraid I have to go now, my dearest darling doll. But I will do better next time, my sweet Starlight. Before you can tell him goodbye or assure him again, he vanishes in a pop of static, leaving you and your wing kid alone. Nothing else to do, you decide to go home. With a whoosh, you teleport up to your ship, heading for the kitchen to grab some supper before sitting down once again in your pilot's chair. It's so sad. Sad boy. Sad moon boy. You're not too tired tonight, so you decide to turn on the radio, relaxing as you eat some mac and cheese and sip soda from a disproportionately large cup. As you listen to the smooth and jazzy beat, you close your eyes and think about the events of today. Delivering meals to the minions was pretty fun. They're cute little buggers. And the Moonjumper, what's up with that guy? You mull over things as you chill out, spending a good while just listening to music. After a few hours of listening to broadcasts and rewatching your favorite movie, you head for bed. This was an interesting day. Hopefully the rest are all like this. You drift off to a peaceful sleep, dreaming of bright colors and swirls of light. And that's it. That's it for Subcon. Snatcher / Moonjumper's route. First 2 days. Alright, so I've had some food waiting for me for a couple of minutes now. I should go eat that. And then I gotta make plans to go see Detective Pikachu tonight. So thank you guys so much for coming to watch this. It has been awesome finally getting to show this off. Oh my gosh. I am so proud of the team working on this. It is just amazing. Everyone's done such incredible, wonderful work. I really can't wait to keep working on this game with everybody, and eventually it's just gonna be so awesome. It's just great. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow with Yakuza Metro. I am gonna stream it ASAP tomorrow, so because I want to be able to share that with as many people as possible. So thank you so much again. See you later. Bye-bye.